Afternoon, this is Mike Santoro from Goffstown Television, and today is senior day for Goffstown baseball, and we're looking at some photos and posters that were made by friends and family. Here's Tyler Small, number one, and when he was a little tyke in T-ball to how he looks today. We're going to move over, and there we see Cody Morrell, same type pictures, number 8. He'll probably be playing third base today. And there is Nick Madison. Nick Madison played T-ball in New Boston, as we see. Continuing all the way along, there's Peter Hunt. It's a little, not quite T-ball, looks like a Little League picture of of Peter. Move along to Riley Putnam. Once again playing his Little League ball in New Boston. Moving along down the line, Jacob Hunt. I remember that powder blue uniform in Little League of Jake, number 18. And finally, we have Matt Woodward. I coached that team to the left, his T-ball team, very first team I ever coached. Congratulations to all of our seniors. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lonnie Emerson Field for today's game between the Souhegan Sabres and Goffstown Grizzlies. Today we're going to be celebrating our seniors. Today is Seniors Day, and our PA man John is going to be taking over.
Today's baseball game between the Souhegan Sabres and your Goffstown Grizzlies. We'd like to take a second to recognize Souhegan's seniors. They are number 21, Ryan Hill. Number 8, Max Benavides. Number 13, Tucker Aiello. Number 12, Davis Biddle. George Carlson, Ethan Trespaz, and Jake Iganowski. And also for the Grizzlies, we'd like to take the time to recognize the seniors and their parents who have been such a huge part of this program over the last 4 years. Number 1, Tyler Small with his parents Adam, Susan, and Carolyn. Number 8, Cody Morrell, accompanied by his parents Jody and Ken. Number 11, Nick Madison, accompanied by his parents, Greg and Lori. Number 13, Peter Hunt, accompanied by his parents, Linda and Steve. Number 15, Riley Putnam, accompanied by his parents, Patty and John. Number 18, Jacob Hunt, accompanied by his parents, Jen and Paul. Number 21 is Matt Woodward. He's accompanied by his parents, Lynn and Gary. Thank you again to the Goffstown seniors for what you have given to this program. And we'd like to wish all of the seniors from both programs the best of luck in the future. And now, for today's starting lineups.
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Larry Emerson Field. My name is Mike Santoro, along with Paul Hunt, John, and John Skokie. We will bring you today's play-by-play of this Division II baseball game between the Souhegan Sabres and your Goffstown Grizzlies. We just had our Senior Day ceremony. Paul, let me congratulate you on Jake's 4 years of service here for Goffstown Baseball, along with our other seniors. And it's a beautiful day.
It is perfect. We've been waiting for a day like this.
We got rained out yesterday. It was probably, 45 degrees, and it rained all day long. The field's in great shape considering the weather we had yesterday. And it's an absolutely beautiful day for baseball. 70 degrees. The wind's not really blowing right now. And Paul, you want to give us the starting lineups today?
Absolutely, and it doesn't get any better than this, Mike. The last game of the year, Souhegan comes in. Very, very, very strong team. Top four battle going on right now. We know that the top four teams get a bye, and now it just puts you in the pecking order who you're going to come out to play. But the Goffstown Grizzlies are going to come out batting first is Tyler Small playing left field. Second will be Connor Hyzak, number 5, playing shortstop. Matt Woodward is on the bump, hitting third, number 21. Jacob Hunt, the senior catcher, 18, batting cleanup. And then we have Taylor French, hitting for Carter Schwannard, who's playing center field. And then we have Cody Morrell, third base, number 8. And then Tyler Santoro has been put into the lineup at first base, number 4. We have Clay Campbell, the sophomore, number 14, playing second base. And batting ninth is Ethan Smitty, playing right field. And we, again, will have the bets on how many pitches he's going to take compared to Tyler Small.
Yeah, we have John with us today, so we haven't had a mention of Thanos in a while, so maybe that'll come to fruition, come our way today.
No, it was a nice ceremony, Mike. I'll tell you, it's 1 minute. We came here when the kids were in Little League to watch Goffstown High School, playing before you know it, boom, Jake gets called up as a freshman, and 4 years has just flown by. I'm just like, what happened?
Yeah, well, what happens, Paul, is we're getting ready for the next phase of their lives. We've seen them before the game started. I took our camera, went downstairs, so it'll be part of this video when it's on TV. And I was taking some photos of the posters that were downstairs of the boys. And, Goffstown is made up of New Boston and Dunbarton, and some of these boys played ball in New Boston. And but look at some of the pictures. There's a great picture of Jake down there. He's in that powder blue uniform that you coached that team. Right. And the evil umpire of Super Suds went there that year. Myself and Sean Skinner were coaching that team. Yep. And then there's a picture of Matt Woodward in his green uniform. The very first year, the Selly Super Red team from 2005, which Jake, Tyler, and Maddie were all on the same team, and it was just talk about being brought back.
And you were the head coach.
I was your coach, and that's when we really got to know each other. And these boys have been together ever since. Matt and Jake have turned out to be best friends. They're a year ahead of what Tyler is. Tyler's young he's young. He's only 17. These other boys will be 18. But Paul, fantastic careers watching these kids grow up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You throw in, you have Cody Morrell, and then you have, you have Mitchie coming in, right? And there was a time I didn't think he was going to come back and play. Yep. He's so academically focused. And I when I saw John one day, I said, this can't happen. It's not to, because he's his dad. I'm like, this kid's a talent. Yep. And guess what? Mitch Scotchy has been the unsung hero, one of my unsung heroes, for the Goffstown Grizzlies, and he melded it, came right in with the all-star team. And then you throw in a freshman like Connor Hyzak, a sophomore, Clay Campbell. Then you have Small come over they moved from Milford,
right?
And then now we have him. Right. That was a huge addition when he came over.
Yeah. And it's funny, Paul, you talk about Mitchell. Mitchell's a junior, but John, congratulations. I heard Mitchell was part of the honor dinner the other night. I think he was ranked like 4th or 5th in the class. I mean, that's a fantastic feat. Not only is he an outstanding baseball player, but he's one of the highest rated kids in the school as far as academics go. And
he's a class act.
And we have to look at it this way, Paul. I mean, a very minimal percentage of these boys, they go on to play ball in college, and if we're lucky, they may sniff the minor leagues and make it to the major leagues. But an education, we always talked about those parents, right? And to be ranked number 4 in the entire school, you really got to take your hat off to Mitch. So congratulations, John, on that.
And he's a pure gentleman. And every kid out here is, but boy, I'll tell you, Mitchie, he's just so humble,
Yeah, he wasn't one of those boys we had the pleasure of coaching when he was 5 years old, but he's come up through the ranks.
And now, leading off for the Souhegan Sabres, number 21, Ryan Hill.
And we have a ball game to get to now, Paul. We'll be talking about Senior Day probably through the rest of the broadcast, but we have Ryan Hill stepping into the left-hand batter's box right now.
I'll tell you what, Souhegan is well coached. Coach Bellevue is just a staple in New Hampshire baseball. Very smart man that squeezed last year, took off down to the playoffs, and guess what? 2 top 4, Titans go at it again.
Yep, you mentioned 2 top 4. Souhegan comes in 12-3, Goffstown 12-4. Here's the first pitch from Matt, and it's a strike on the outside corner. So Matty comes in with the fastball first pitch. Matty wearing his Nichols College glove out there on the mound today. 0-1 is in the dirt.
They're a well-disciplined hitting team, Souhegan. They can put up some runs. Scary. They can put up some runs over there.
Yeah, they sure can. I watched the championship game last year against Portsmouth, and I swear it's one of the best games I've ever seen. There's a ground ball to short, taken by Hyzak to throw across, and they got him, and there's 1 down. So a ground out to short to start the ball game.
And that's what we want. Keeping the ball low, right? That's huge. Ground ball out. And right now we have Alec Burns, and he, Jake, and Matt have played against each other.
The Sabres, number 32, Alec Burns.
No less than 20 times between College Showcase League. They were teammates. So there's a lot of history between these 3 right now.
Yeah, I remember when Alec first came up in a Bedford program, played for Bedford Little League.
That's right.
He takes a pitch in there for a strike.
He can hit the ball a country mile. If he's able to extend his hands, dead pull left center field, left side, home run hitter right there. And he's got old school socks.
And you love it. And there's a good swing right there. Paul, if you remember the day, 12-year-old All-Stars, you and I, Sean, and
Kenny.
No, I think it was Steve Bond who went down and umpired the game.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Bedford versus Wyndham. And
Wyndham.
Bedford beat them. I think it was like 15-0. And as you mentioned, Alec Byrne hitting the ball a country mile. He hit a ball that I don't even think has landed yet that game to straightaway center field.
Things that go that far, that high, usually have Southwest Airlines written on it.
They usually have, pilots and stewardesses with them. So Matt's ahead of him 1-2 here. Just misses outside.
He was going outside. I like the location. Go outside. If anything, Alex, it's either going to get rung up or he's going to follow it off to the outside. But disciplined hitter right there.
Disciplined hitter. Didn't chase. He's got a good eye. Here's the 2-2. Fastball fouled away. We may lose some baseballs today, Paul.
I think that's a guarantee.
Behind the plate and maybe out into the woods. It's a beautiful day for hitting. You're looking at the flag right now. The flag's actually blowing out to left field right now. If Burns gets into one, there's a curveball, line drive, one hopper. Hyzak couldn't backhand it. He finally does, but can't make the play.
That was deep in the hole. Good hit.
Yeah, he couldn't field it right away.
Now batting for the Sabres, number 8, Max Benavides.
Paul, if he fields that cleanly on that backhand, he may have the play. It was deep in the hole, but the little bobble, and there's no shot at it. I'm going to score that an error, Paul.
That could go either way. I mean, he's got to, I'd like to see him make that play.
Boy, Alex, about 6'4", 6'5" over there at first base?
Yeah, he's a little bit taller than Jake. Jake's 6'3". And if you look at Alex, he clearly works out like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Good kid. He's going to Wake Forest.
Probably 6'4", 220, 225 maybe?
I would say, yeah.
And that's not a heavy 225.
No.
That's a solid 225.
Jake's 205, so he's got about 15, 20 pounds on Jake.
Max Benavides at the plate. Umpire is asking Alec to tuck his chain in, as well as his jersey. There comes the 1-0. It's in the dirt, and I stopped by Jake. So Matt's falling behind the 3-hitter here, 2-0. You got to be careful.
And that's what you cannot do against a team that can hit the ball and they have baseball smarts.
Yeah.
We got to stay ahead and keep these guys off base.
Another old school with the socks here. Love those socks. Comes the pitch by Matt. Another one in the dirt.
Nice stop.
That got skin. I heard that one.
Yep.
3-0 right now.
Well, catchers go a whole season with nothing but bruises over their thighs and forearms and biceps.
Yep. You know, 3-0 Paul, runner on first base, looking fastball. I wouldn't be surprised if the coach
gives him the green light
here. Nope, taken all the way. He's looking for base runners, which there's nothing wrong with that. There comes the 3-1. It's in the dirt.
Nice stop.
So Matty walks Benavides, and we have first and second.
Don't want to see him overthrow into the dirt or, you know, and Jake, you're going to make your catcher work.
For Souhegan, number 13, Tucker Aiello.
And that's all good. Your catcher's, you know, supposed to be, your pitcher needs to trust the catcher's going to block that ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and he does. And, you know, we talked about it at the top of the show. You know, Jake and Matt have been together for a long, long time. And he does have that trust in Jake. Tucker Aiello right now is the number 4 hitter with first and second and 1 out. And another pitch in the dirt. Matt's thrown 4 or 5 of them in the dirt so far, Paul.
He has.
That's a sign of overthrowing the ball. Just needs to calm himself down. The nerves might be a little bit up there. Big game like we talked about. Breathe.
Sounds easy. Breathe and throw, right?
Breathe and throw. Pitch down low.
He's got to find it here because you don't want to go with bases loaded, you know, coming up and you have Bain, you know, coming in.
Yeah, having runners on base for the middle part of the order. Another pitch in the dirt, and now Matt keeps looking at the ground. I wonder if his plant foot, if he's unhappy with the hole there.
He should take some time and dig it out.
He's taking a stride around the mound. Look at him. He's a senior, composing himself. Yeah, he knows. He feels a little bit uncomfortable right now. You can tell. Now you get 3-0 pitch to the 4 hitter, Paul, with first and second.
There you go.
Doesn't let him loose. So same situation that just happened with Benavides. Had him 3-0, taken all the way. Now it's 3-1 to Aiello. Burns very small lead over at second base. There's the pitch. 3-1 pops him up. And it looks like it's going to get out of play. Tyler going over there, and it's in the seats. Tyler ran out of real estate. Another 6 or 8 feet might have had it. So it's a count is now full to Aiello. Don't think they'll put a play on here with Burns at second base. Get the catcher Bain on deck. Here comes the Maddie. We saw Matt do that last week.
He's picked people off
against Portsmouth, and he picked the runner off second base, got himself out of a jam. There comes the pitch, and he misses high and walks. We now have bases loaded. So we've had an error and 2 straight walks.
Right now, Coach Lopez is going to come out, talk to his senior pitcher.
Number 5, Kalen Bain.
And you can just see Matt's breath right now. They're shallow.
Yep.
He's got 3 deep breaths actually lower your heart rate significantly. I think it's by 15%.
Wow.
So just settle down.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Matt's juiced. Senior day, like we talked about. You know, it's a warm day. And, you know, he wants to come out there. This isn't the inning he wanted to have, but now he has to dig deep, and we have to get out of this. And, Paul, we talked about our crowds in the past Saturday afternoon, and the baselines are full. I'm looking below us. It's absolutely packed below us. The right field line is packed.
Left field line's packed.
Left field line is packed.
Something to be said for quality baseball on a beautiful day.
Yep. So Cody and Tyler are now in on the grass. They'll look to come home on a ground ball. There's the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. So Matt gets ahead of Bain.
And, you know, if anything, Mike, if he takes a little bit off just to relax, the speed's eventually going to come back. I'd rather see him hit some spots than overthrow.
That's absolutely correct, Paul. High fastball for a strike. Got Bain trying to do a little bit too much there with the bases loaded and 1 out. If he puts the ball in the air, you know, good chance. You got Burns at third. Runs fairly well. Here's the 0-2. Don't want to make a mistake here. Throws him a high fastball, and he pops it up. Cody going over, and that's going to be out of play down the third baseline. Count remains 0-2. You know, Paul, so far, I think every player at Souhegan's had the old-style socks.
I like it.
I love that gold on the top and black on the bottom. Here's the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. He fouls it off. Good defensive swing there by Bain.
Was.
He didn't try to do too much with it. He adjusted to the curveball like halfway through his swing and was just able to get a piece.
Again, smart, disciplined hitter. All he had to do was just get a piece, foul it off, and he's lucky there it wasn't a bunt because that could have been a double play ball.
There's the 0-2 again. Fastball foul straight back. He was on that one. You know, I just realized, Paul.
What's that, Mike?
I forgot to start the GoPro.
That's right. We had a little bit going on. The national anthem wasn't playing right.
We had all kinds of trouble this morning, this afternoon. Curveball in the
Nice
dirt. He's got
pitch.
him. He doesn't need to advance.
Nope.
So we get 2 down. Great pitch right there.
Nice stop.
By Matt. And that's a big strikeout.
You know, throw the ball in the dirt.
Yep.
Trust your catcher.
Get him to lunge.
Now batting, number 38, Daniel Trespaz.
So Trespaz comes in from the left-hand side here. Now with the bases loaded and 2 outs, the infield all moves back. Yeah, we had a few things going on, didn't we, Paul? We had an issue with our iPad. Fastball misses.
It seemed like comedy of errors, you know, the first few minutes.
Yeah, I guess we had a little bit of the jitters too, huh? You
Well,
had to go down to the field.
I
we
definitely
had to get cameras. We got all kinds of PA guys up here.
I definitely had the jitters.
So off the end of the bat foul and count evens at 1-1. Yeah, there was a lot going on today. It was a great ceremony. Unfortunately, now that I just realized we didn't have the GoPro on, we're not going to get that on the GoPro. But
we had the upstairs camera going, I bet, right?
Yeah. John captured it all. Whoa, way ahead of that off-speed pitch. Takes that foul.
Well, now he's taking
way ahead of 1-2.
He owns his batter now.
You know, the visit by Lopez after Matt walked those 2 batters in a row, and Matt seems like a different pitcher right now. He's taking his time. He's got command of his pitches, and he's a strike away from getting out of this jam.
He needs a strikeout here or a ground ball double play. Just be smart here. Don't miss.
Oh, we get 2 outs, so we just need a
2 outs. My apologies. Right, first
strikeout,
kid's
pop
out. Being a good wingman there, Mike.
Here comes the pitch.
He went.
And he gets out of the inning.
Nice job.
Great job by Matty.
By Matt Woodward. Nice
Matty
job.
with a great job striking out Bain and Trespaz to end the inning after loading the bases. So the score at the end of a half inning is Souhegan 0 and Goffstown coming up. Paul, what a great job by Matt.
He came out of that. He stayed composed, right? He was a little rattled, but he settled down. That's maturity. We talked about it all season long with some of the younger ball players. Will the younger kids get to this level? Matt just showed there the difference between someone that's already been there. He's been through this before, and he did great. A little concerning with the 30 pitches. Matt's no stranger to getting into low 100s. He'll come out, next time out he's going to be facing 8-9-1, 7-8-9, I'm sorry, and hopefully he's going to have a quick inning.
Yeah, it started off, it's ground ball is short. The second one, ground ball, kind of took a little bit of a bad hop on Connor. If he fields it cleanly, he probably gets Burns. Then a couple walks in a row, and then Matt was overthrowing. He was throwing a lot of pitches in the dirt. You could see he was overthrowing. And great visit by Lopez going out to the mound, calming his pitcher down. And John, we gotta get a shot if you can. We missed it. You gotta keep your eye down there. Mitchie's got the sombrero on and his hat on top of it. We gotta get a shot of Mitchell with that hat on.
I saw Bars come in with it. I got a nice shot of that, and I don't know what the story is with the sombrero, but there has to be one.
There's got to be a story behind it, but Ethan Smith's trying to get him, and there he is.
Number 1.
Look at. I love it.
Great job, Mitch.
Reminds you of the dugouts, the Red Sox when they had Pedro.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You take it serious, but you have to have a little fun to take the stress relief, right? Stress relief.
That's the thing about baseball. There's so much downtime. You have to do something. You can't just sit and be uptight the whole time. You got to fool around. You got to do something. So here's our first senior of the day, Tyler Small, coming up to bat. Tyler's playing left field today. Wearing number 1, and he takes a pitch high.
And as we know, I'll tell you what, great leadoff hitter. We talk about every game, 5, 6, 7 pitches for an at-bat. Unless he sees that dead red.
Fastball in there for a strike. Now we got Jacob Grassett on the mound. I knew Jacob when he was a 13-year-old. Tyler and Jacob actually played together for the Southern New Hampshire Reds. Ground ball to second, and Smalls is the first out. Jacob was more of a catcher back in those days. Good to see him on the mound right now.
He looks good. He throws hard.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has for stuff.
Got a good
But
fastball.
curveball there, I think.
Number 5, Connor Isaac.
Came in with 2 straight fastballs to an off-speed pitch there. Jake's grown a lot since the last time I saw him. Put on a little weight. Connor swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Yeah, he's got a great mullet.
He's got the Nick Labrie, flow back there.
Sure
Two of them are starting a trend.
Yep. That's a lot of hair on a day like today. That's got to be hot. Misses high with that fastball. Umpire cleaning the dish off. Connor takes a deep breath, steps back in there. Looks like he's using Tyler's Louisville
Inside.
Prime, the new one.
I'll tell you what, the umpire's calling that inside strike, so the boys have to see that, make an adjustment.
Yeah, good point, Paul. I mean, Connor's as far back in the batter's box as you can possibly get here. Looking outside, pitching the dirt. Nice stop there by Bain. Connor's worked the count even now at 2-2. Grassett looking in. High curveball, didn't break, and we have a full count.
We were just talking earlier about Matt's maturity. Here's a young man that has grown so much in the last 15 games.
Yeah, he's got quite a career ahead of him, Paul. It's going to be fun to watching him. I get to watch him at least next year and hopefully into the next couple of years. Be interesting to see what he turns into. When he hits a line drive foul, he smoked that ball. Oh, that ball was crushed.
Wow.
But it's just a loud strike, and the count is full.
The crowd's growing like crazy.
It is. And he fouls that one back. So Connor's right on him.
Nice at bat right here.
Here as a pitcher, this is where you got to, do you trust your off-speed stuff? He's jacked for a fastball right now. And you could probably buckle his knees with a curveball or an off-speed pitch.
Off-speed, right.
And let's see what Jake does. Bain's going to give him setting up kind of high. He throws him the curveball, and Connor hits a foul to left field line, out of play. So the count remains full. What a battle.
Yep. If you notice, Connor made the adjustment in the box.
Yep.
He's now deep. He knows kid throws hard, but, he's turning into a really smart hitter.
There's the payoff again, and he fouls another one back. What a battle. And Grassett smiles. I mean, he knows. He's like, what do I got to do here? This is a good battle. How many pitches, Paul? At least 10 now, right?
Let's see, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 pitches. So this is the
far.
10th pitch of the at-bat here. And, Grassett still has the smile on his face. Look at him. And here comes the full count pitch again, and he fouls another one up. That's may hit us. Let's see if it's going to hit the roof. Nope. And Grassett shaking his head, smiling, say, you got to tip your hat here one way or the other.
Absolutely.
Whoever wins this little battle.
But this is what you expect.
Yeah.
Right?
This is, this
Sportsmanship and the good battle here. Who's going to win this?
So pitch number 11 coming here. Curveball, he's got him. He got him on the curveball. Ball did not hit the dirt, but what a battle. And, great at bat by Hyzak. It ends up with the strikeout, but an 11-pitch at bat. Grassett wins that one.
Now batting for the Grizzlies, number 21, Matt Woodward.
So I see Matt's now using Tyler's bat. And there's a line drive base hit, almost took Grassett's head off. First pitch right through the box. Matty didn't hang around.
No. First pitch swing, and he liked that dead red.
First pitch fastball, and Matty
Now batting, number 18, Jacob Hunt.
lined it right back through the box.
It's well hit like that.
So you get an 11-pitch at bat, and you get a
get
kid
one.
that just one pitch and just almost takes your head off. So here comes Jake. So I'm sorry, Matt was up there for such a short amount of time. So Matt was our second senior playing today. Here comes Jake, senior number 3 in the lineup. Wearing his familiar number 18. Goes over and checks on Matt. Good stop over there by Trespez. Boys are chirping it up down there.
They are. They're alive and awake.
Pitch is down low. Oh, I'm sorry, marked the strike. That was a ball. So a ball 1 count to Jake. Here comes the pitch. Curveball, ground ball, foul past third.
Though, Jake knows he's a little frustrated. He knows he made a bad swing there.
Yeah. 1-0 count. He went after the curveball. You let that pitch go.
Let it go.
Unless it's a juicy hanger, you let that go. Taylor French waiting in the on-deck circle, looking for a turn. Jake bouncing in the batter's box. Maddie with a decent lead over there at first. Fastball hit a ground ball to third. Goes over to second base, takes it the easy out, and that'll retire the side. So, after 1 full inning, we have no score.
$18 pitches that inning.
So 18 for Grassett.
And 11 of them were Connors.
Yeah. Well, they did what they had to do, Paul. They got, they saw some pitches. I think Small saw 3 or 4 before he grounded to second, and Hyzak saw a whole bunch. And Matty swung at the first pitch. But we got a base runner on. We didn't quite challenge as Souhegan did in the first. Souhegan left 3 in the first.
Right.
And we only left 1. So, and they had bases loaded with only 1 out. So Matty did a great job of getting out of that jam. So we'll see how we do now with 7, 8, 9 coming out.
Just want him to go out there, don't overthrow, hit his spots, take control of the game. Get his pace. Once he gets that tempo going, his pace going, you will see a different Matt.
So another senior to point out, Nick Madison is warming up Matt this inning because Jake was the last batter. So, look at the teamwork here. Nick Labree's down there handing Jake his chest protector and has his mask and glove ready for him. These boys are really coming together as a team.
Absolutely. We just need them to get hot.
Yeah, we need the bats. The team's been playing much better defense, Paul. We talked about that earlier in the season, and the defense was seemed to be their Achilles heel. But now they're more comfortable in the field, but we still haven't been able to get that big hit.
We have to string it together.
Yeah, we got to put some innings together. 2, 3 run innings. Multiple times in a game. I'd really like to see them go off on somebody. They haven't had many double-figure games.
That was just for a 187 pop time for Jacob on that one.
Nice.
That was his all-time best.
Leading off for Souhegan, number 10, Matt Zifchuk.
We mentioned it before, Paul. You have to hit the start button when he catches it, not when it passes the pitcher's mound.
Hey, I got to give him a little help.
No. Seen Jake do that for many, many years. And Jake will be playing ball at Southern New Hampshire University next year.
Coach Loizo is coming in to watch this game. He knows he's got some viewing to do with some other players to come play at Snow.
There's a strike.
I like that. Get ahead, stay ahead. Took a little off, hit his spot, get comfortable. Everything else will come together.
So Matty quickly ahead, 0-1. Fastball for
go.
A strike. Zifchuk was overmatched right there. So Matty quickly ahead 0-2 here. Misses up high. Outfield's playing straight away. Infield is as well. Comes the 1-2. Fastball misses. Zifchuk lays off of that. So count now stands at 2-2. The pitch.
Here we
Fastball
go.
got him.
That's how you do it right there.
Painted the outside corner.
That was Picasso right there.
Yes, it was.
You see it?
Number 12, Davis Biddle.
Right now, you can see Matt is breathing differently, right? Out there. He looks, the confidence is already back up, so he just needs to run with that.
Oh, he's in a groove, Paul. After walking the bases loaded, he struck out the last 3 batters. And there's a foul
That's
ball
a car.
in play. Is it going to hit anything?
Oh.
Bounce, double bounce, and nothing.
Found the one spot.
Yeah, my car's over there somewhere in that mess.
I went down by that black Tahoe today, said I'm going to put it out of play.
I got here a little bit after you did, so. And we talked about crowds.
It filled up.
The place filled up pretty quickly. I mean, and people are still coming in. There's not much parking left down there. Comes the 1-1, and it's a fastball fouled out of play, and that's going to end up in the river.
We need David Scotchy to bust out the kayak and start getting the balls out there.
Well, David's on the camera right now. John,
would John take off?
John took off.
He needed a break?
I saw his wife come in, so maybe he's going to say hello.
He answered to a higher authority there.
Yep. There's the 1-2. Curveball got him.
Nice pitch.
Beautiful pitch by Matt. And that's 4 consecutive strikeouts for Matt. 3 of them looking.
Now batting for Souhegan, number 34, Jacob Grassett.
And here's Grassett stepping in, the pitcher, batting 9th today. Trying to help himself out. Pitch is in the dirt. Oh, that got the umpire.
Right in the neck.
Oh, yeah. And Jake does what he's supposed to do going out to the mound. Coach Lawrence checking on the umpire to make sure he's okay. Both coaches coming out.
Yeah.
Grassett takes a walk down the third base.
When it bounces off there, there's nothing you can do when it shoots up high.
Nope. We hope the umpire is okay. All the players, and this is respect, boys and girls. I mean, you gotta watch this, and he's got a smile on his face, and you know, all the players did the right thing here. They go and they take a break, give the umpire a chance to gather himself. So Grassett now steps in with a 1-ball count. This is low. Just got a text from my wife saying she got hit by a foul ball. I hope she's okay.
Well, that's Jen just texted me. She said that was Sarah that got hit, but I didn't see anyone with it. She said her arm's bruising up, and I think Beth, our great undervalued trainer, was taking care of that.
Yeah, I hope she's okay.
I don't see her. I see Jen over there with the Schwanads and
I see. I see Jen. Yeah, I don't see. I see Lisa over there.
Nice pitch.
Strike. So we got a full count now.
Well, your wife's pretty tough. She gave birth to 3 boys, and she has to live with you. So
yeah, they don't get any tougher than that.
And of course, you come from a family of what, 6 brothers and a
8,
sister?
yeah, 6 brothers and 2 sisters.
2 sisters. That's right.
I'm sorry, 5 brothers and 2 sisters. There's 6 boys. I'm one of them. So he walks Grassett, the 9-hitter, and that's going to roll back to the top of the order, and Ryan Hill.
And Ryan Hill went to
number 21, Ryan Hill.
Went to shortstop last time. Connor made a nice play on a 6-3.
Well, we got a dog barking now. All kinds of stuff going on.
I don't know if that was my mother-in-law talking. Oh, it's a dog. Yeah.
So Paul, I just opened my phone up and saw the text, but she sent me a picture of the bruise. You got to check this out. You could see the laces from the baseball on here.
Oh boy!
And this is
that's one for the ages then.
It's bruising up pretty good. I'm not sure what ball it was. Whether it was a line drive ball that happened. I'm not sure. Maybe between innings I'll put that on the camera. He misses. So Matt now, after striking out 4 in a row, walked Grassett, and now he's 2-0 to the leadoff batter Hill, and he's got Burns looming on deck. So we don't want to make a mistake here.
You don't want 2
Goes
on
back
with
over
Burns.
to Grassett. Almost got him. He's leaning the wrong way.
You know, Burns gets up solo. Okay, that's fine. But you don't want him coming up with 2 men on base.
Nope.
Take the bat out of his hands.
As you know, first pitch will be swinging for the downs.
There we go.
Misses outside, so he's behind Hill 3-0. Here's the pitch, and that misses. So he's walked consecutive batters now. So now he's got runners on first and second, and Alec Burns striding into the plate.
Now batting for Souhegan, number 32, Alec Burns.
And Alec last time hit that ball, deep into the hole. Connor got his glove on it, just came out, error on 6. But you know what? I wouldn't mind that play right now. Knock it down, throw the runner at third, get out of this inning.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Matt keep Burns to a ground ball. We don't want to see him extend his arms and get anything up in the air.
No
that's
extension.
For sure.
That's the big thing. And Jake went out and talked to Matt. I know the 2 of them were talking last night and then before the game. They know these ball players. They've faced them before. Now let's just put it to play what they talked about. Plans are one thing, but you have to be able to
pitch, and he hits a mile-high fly ball Chouinard drifting over to his left, has it in his sights, and makes the grab.
One-handed.
We don't like that.
We don't like one-handed grabs, please.
But he was able to hold on, and swinging at the first pitch is Burns, and he flies out to center field. So
20 pitches.
20 pitches puts Matt at 50 right now. So,
but you know what? He came out. You're right. 4 strikeouts. Ended the first inning, 2 strikeouts. Starts it the second inning, 2 strikeouts. Walks the 9-hitter, walks the first hitter. The crisis averted, right here, right there.
I mean they've left 5 men on base in the first 2 innings. 4 of them got on via the walk. So through 2 innings so far, Matt hasn't let up a hit. He's walked 4 and struck out 4. But that's not going to keep him in the game very long. He's already at 50 pitches, and if he continues at this pace, he may be able to go 5 innings.
He's got to get a quick inning. There's just no bones about it.
Right. It looked like he was on track for that one last inning after striking out the first 2, but unfortunately got himself in some trouble. And we'll see what the trio, the triplets of Taylor, Cody, and Tyler can do here.
I'd like to see us extend the inning. We only had 4 at bat last time. And like you said, we have Frenchie coming up, Cody, and we have Santoro coming up. All 3 very good hitters. They're patient. They know how to foul off that curveball and not swing it, and waste a strike.
Leading off for the Grizzlies, number 16, Taylor French.
It's just the way it works out this inning, Paul, but we got right, left coming up. So gives Grass different looks every time. Can't get comfortable in one spot in the plate.
Exactly.
So let's see what Taylor does here.
There is an absolute huge crowd.
Oh, there is.
This is playoff. I mean, what is there anything better on a beautiful day like today, Memorial Day weekend?
No. I mean, I can't think of anything else I'd be doing.
Baseball with your son and family, this is it.
Right. Other than grilling up some juicy steaks on the grill, Paul.
That's coming up tonight.
The pool opened on Monday, but 64 degrees today. Curveball, and Taylor hits a little lazy fly ball to center. Center fielder coming in and makes the grab. One-handed grab out there in center field.
Now batting for the Grizzlies, number 8, Cody Morrell.
So Cody stepping in. Cody needs to get that monkey off his back. He had that big hit against
Portsmouth.
And he's just been snake bit, hitting him right where they are. He was swinging for the downs on that one.
He was, and he stepped out. He knew. I want to see him collect himself here.
Yeah, he got his first pitch fastball. He was looking for it. And why not, Paul? Why not take a shot? There it is again, and that catches the outside corner. Cody looks over, kind of shakes his head, but so 0-2. Got to think curveball here. Up comes with a fastball, and he hits a ground ball to first. That's gobbled up over there by Trespez,
unassisted.
And quickly 2 outs.
Yep.
So here comes Tyler.
Batting for the Grizzlies, number 4, Tyler Santoro.
As you mentioned, Tyler's back in the lineup at first base today. They're doing a great job over there. There's the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. Good curve. As I mentioned, Tyler and Jacob here they were teammates for a season. There's the pitch. Another curveball hit foul. Got
right
a good
idea.
Piece of that.
Right idea. Go the other way.
He hit it where it's pitched. So he's thrown him 2 straight curveballs. He's ahead 0-2.
Tyler's a big kid. He can get that ball out there and right just like that.
Yep.
Doesn't miss that by much.
I don't think Jake's going to throw him a strike here, though. He throws him a fastball. Tyler, it's a line drive to right center field. That's
Quayle. Love
for a base
it. There
hit.
we go.
So Tyler,
just what we needed.
2 out single. And that extends the inning for Clay. Yeah.
Batting for Goffstown, number 14, Clay Campbell.
Paul, John just whispered in my ear, bad pitch, and 0-2 fastball down the middle.
Right.
That's not where you want to throw it. I mean, why mess with it? You have two quick outs. You've thrown him 2 curveballs. You're ahead 0-2. Why even throw a strike
Why
there?
throw
the ball in the dirt, throw it high and outside. I mean, you threw him 2 curves.
You just said that.
I
was surprised when I saw that.
Throw him 2 curves, so you buzz him with the fastball up and in, then throw him a curveball low and away. So, that's something that Jake's going to learn.
Absolutely. Growing pains.
Yeah. So he's ahead of Clay now.
He's got to shake off the catcher if that's the case. You talk about a kid snake, but I'd like to see Campbell get that base hit.
Yeah.
Hits the ball well, and he's done well as a sophomore, but he just needs that, right center field, stand up, easy single. He's
got a big gap in right center, too. There's the pitch, and he's ahead of that one and hits a foul down the first baseline, and he's now in the hole 0-2.
He's going to be smart here. I don't think that I don't see Grassett making that same mistake twice.
No. Well, he went 0-2 to Cody. He went 0-2 to Tyler, and now he's 0-2 to Clay. So he's working from ahead, Paul, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, That's where you want to be as a pitcher. And there's the high fastball that we just talked about. So you're changing that eye level now, and I'll be surprised if he doesn't come in with a curveball here. He just threw a high fastball outside. Clay knows that the catcher's actually getting the signs from the bench. So let's see where he sets up. And he's setting up outside. He throws the curve in the dirt.
Nice
Great stop by Bain.
Nice stop right there.
He did exactly what we talked about. Went high with the fastball, went low with the curveball. And that's what I expected him to do with Tyler. So obviously Grassett learned from the previous batter. So here's the 2-2 to Clay. Another curveball's got him, pulled the string on him. Great pitch. So we got a battle here, Paul. We go to the top of the third inning, and there's no score.
13 pitches.
4 batters and 13 pitches, huh? So he's at 31, and Matty threw 30 in the first inning alone. So,
we need this quick inning here. We have Benavides coming up, Aiello, and then the catcher.
Yeah, that's 3, 4, 5, Paul.
So that's
going to be tough. And, he walked the first 2. He walked Benavides and Aiello and then struck out Bain. So
you don't want to do this with 3, 4, 5 on any of the top 4 teams because one of those, even 6. Now you have 6 coming up. They're gonna make you pay.
Paul, you're playing with fire, right? He had the bases loaded in the first inning, 2 men on last inning. You can't keep doing that against this team and keep seeing that 0 on the scoreboard. Because I'll tell you right now, if he keeps up this pattern,
crooked number is going to go up.
Crooked number is going to go up, and that's going to be some bad news. Whereas Goffstown, Paul, we're out hitting them. We have 2 hits. Souhegan jet to get a hit. They've had 5 runners, 4 via the walk and 1 via the error. But Goffstown's actually out hitting them 2-0. 2 base hits and almost identical innings. They made the first 2 outs. Matty singled, and then Jake grounded out, and then
for the Sabres, number 8, Max Benavides.
First 2 outs last inning, and then Tyler singled. So we've got both of our base hits with 2 outs. So Benavides is coming in.
He walked last at bat. That's when Matt had that, walk to Benavides, walk to Aiello, like you're saying. Don't need that right here.
No. And the 3-hitter, I'm assuming he's got some power. 3-hitter, if it follows any type of pattern, the 3-hitter is usually one of the best hitters on your team. So you got to be careful. Starts off with a curveball. That's a great idea. He's throwing a lot of first pitch fastballs.
I was just going to say that. And, absolutely. I like that idea.
Another curveball that just missed high. The only thing I can say is that was a little high. It was right down the middle.
Jake held the pose for a little bit, but he did the right thing. Don't hold it too long.
Looked like it crossed a little high. Fastball. There's a line drive to center. Cotter is on his horse, and it's going to hit the top of the baggie out there. And Benavides is going for 2, and he's going to a bad throw. Oh, they would have had him.
They had him.
They had him dead to rights. I mean, he was hustling all the way out of the batter's box, but the throw came in from Cara was offline to Hyzak, and then Hyzak's throw was offline to second.
You have to make that relay throw in. Got to make that throw. You got to hit your cut so it's right to him so he can make that turn.
That's fundamental baseball, Paul. I mean, that ball was out there like a shot, and Benavides was running hard out of the box, and they make a good relay, and they got him. So Aiello's up. He's the cleanup hitter. Not a very tall kid, but, I mean, he's built.
Built like a nose guard.
And he squares the bunt, and the pitch is in the dirt. Jake makes the stop. No advancement. His arms look like Popeye, Paul. He's got some huge forearms.
He looks like a fullback, in college. Well, Pete Incavilla,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Texas Rangers.
There's a name from the blast from the past. They got it. He's squaring the bunt
Another
again.
nice
The ball's in the
stop.
dirt. No one's covering third. Here's the throw now, Jake. Connor gets over there. No. The throw was there, but Connor was a little late getting to the bag.
That was a nice throw. It was right at the bag where it's supposed to be.
You know, since the pitch was in the dirt, it's a wild pitch. Yeah,
Jake's talking to the home plate umpire and asked him.
Yeah, I had a good angle on it, Paul. I think that he got his hand in. I think Connor missed him because Connor was late getting to the bag and the throw, and then he had to dive back, and I think Benavides got his hand around him. You can see the players, you know, Benavides, I think, played in Goffstown Junior Baseball for a year, so he's familiar with a couple of these guys. And they're, you know, him and Connor gave a little pat on the butt, and Cody said, "How you doing, the Max?" So now we got a runner on third and no outs. 2-0 count to the cleanup hitter, a yellow. And this smells like trouble right now.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Let's see what we do.
So Cody's playing even with the bag. Another pitch low, so it's 3-0.
3-0.
You know, enough for nothing, Paul. If I'm the third base coach, I let him loose right here because a ground ball, a fly ball is going to score a run. So there's no chance of him striking out. Let him swing for the downs. And he doesn't. I mean, he got a fastball right down the middle, Paul. That's your 4-hitter.
Absolutely. Give him the
0-0 game. I mean, give him a swing.
Your 3, 4, 5 are hitting there for a reason.
Right. Here comes the 3-1, and there's a fastball, a little nubber. I mean, that would have done the job. Matt goes back to third base, and he's got him. What a play by Matt Woodward. A tremendous play by Matt Woodward. He faked to first base, and Benavides was coming down the line.
Souhegan, number 5, Kalen Bain.
He was coming down the line, and Matty faked it, and Hijack was there this time, and plenty of time to get Benavides, who strayed too far from third base. So we make a change in base runners. We now have a yellow at first base on the fielder's choice, and Benavides is out 1-6 on the ground ball.
I'll save that 270 feet right there. Thank you.
And now he throws over, and I tell you, Paul, if that throws a little bit further to Tyler's right, he might have him.
That was a momentum swing right there.
It sure was. You know, I don't want to beat a dead horse as Baines misses on the outside corner. But, Paul, you know, and I'm not second-guessing, you know, like we talked about Coach Bellevue, he's been around for a long, long time in baseball. But the situation called for it. Run around third base, you clean up, hit a 3-0. You know he's getting that fastball right down the middle. You just tell this kid to swing out of his shoes.
That's right.
And put a swing on it. Right. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Right.
That little ground ball scores a run right there because the runner's off on contact. And instead,
it's really not going to hurt you.
No, you know, not this early in the game.
Nice pitch.
He's ahead now, 1-2, but not this early in the game. I mean, it's the third inning. Take a chance, and you know,
it's 0-0 game.
It's a 0-0 game. You get your 3-4 hitters, and then you get your 5-hitter on deck. So worst case scenario, he's on third base with 1 out, and he gets him on the curveball. So Matty's doing a heck of a job here after making that great play, and he strikes out Bain for the second time.
Now batting for the Sabres, number 38, Daniel Trespass.
So Trespass stepping in. He struck out his first time up. So now we have 2 outs and runner on first base. Matt has done a great job of getting himself out of the jam so far. And there's a strike.
We want him grooving. Get that tempo, get that rhythm. John, pitcher his whole life, right, John? He's got to get that rhythm, that tempo. It's his game. Set that pace.
Big lead by a yellow, and Matty sees it and throws over. You know, I just saw him striding away from first, Paul. Looked like he may have been thinking about taking a trip. He had a bigger lead than he's had since he's been there. Doesn't go, and Trespass right on the fastball, follows it straight back to the camera, and now it's 0-2. So Matt's got him set up. Trespass tried to check his swing last time and did not, and was called out on strikes. A yellow takes another half step over there. And there he goes. Pitches high and outside. Got him down.
Got him.
Oh, and he's got him. Nice throw by Jake. And that ends the inning.
Nice job, Jake.
Great job. He had a great pitch to throw him out on. So a yellow's out 2-6. Isaac almost missed the tag. So
he did. I got nervous there for a minute.
In a way, Matt has a 1-2-3 inning, a double, and he gets picked off third base and a fielder's choice and a strikeout. So they don't leave anybody on base after a leadoff double. And how many did Matty throw that
14 pitches. That's what we needed right there. 14-pitch inning. He's at 64, so it's starting to balance, getting us into that 20 pitch per inning. You know, comes out next inning. Now, Trespez, that was a ball, obviously, that he threw. So, I'm sorry, that's 15 pitch, 65 pitches for Matt.
So, Trespez will lead off the inning now. So, he gets a new life on his at-bat. He was in the hole 1-2, so he'll get a whole new count when he comes up next inning.
Exactly.
And so, Smitty, and who's taking odds on Smitty here that he swings at the first pitch?
John, what are you thinking? 1 or 2?
What are you thinking here, John? Smitty.
2.
So, John's saying 2. I say he's going to swing at the first pitch.
First pitch, dead ready.
First pitch, fastball, he's going.
What are we on the pizzas? Are we? Is it even?
John, well,
leading off for the Grizzlies, number 10, Ethan Smith.
I think we let John get away with that one. He was so far in the hole, we just let him come back. His wife was saying, you know.
Paul, I do that at Foxwoods.
Paul was playing like he was ahead in Foxwoods. Yeah, I'm ahead of all this money. I might as well give it all back.
And then my wife's thinking she's getting a new Louis Vuitton, and I end up. She's like, "What happened to the money?" I'm like, "I gave it back to the house."
House always wins, Paul.
Yeah.
And John was the house in this instance, and he won. So here's and everybody.
First pitch.
All right, I'll take it.
The
It's a base hit. Do I know my boys or what?
I love it.
Smitty doesn't let me down. I'll tell you. And a
like
boy,
it.
Ethan.
Next up for the Grizzlies, number 1, Tyler Small.
So we're ahead. I'm on the plus side of the pizzas again. 1 pitch against 2. There's Smalls, and I say Smalls does not swing at the first pitch here. So
he's going to work.
We'll go double or nothing.
He's going to work.
I think Grassett's going to take a toss over there, though. Smitty's got a pretty short lead, but I would just to see if Smalls is squares the bunt. Nice bunt. Oh, that bunt should have spin on that ball, Paul.
And look at him bust down that line. If that ball stayed fair.
As he should. But
wow.
It was a great idea. The ball had some good spin on it. So you got a yellow, he's playing a couple steps in on the grass. So Smalls comes in now 0-1. I was surprised Grassett didn't throw over there, Paul, to see if you try to sniff out a play, to see if Tyler was going to bunt.
Right.
I mean, that's what I would have done, but there's the pitch, and he bunts again, and this is down the first base line. That goes foul. And Tyler he did a great job with his footwork there, because if he steps on that ball in fair play, he's out. And a great footwork to avoid that. So now he's in the hole 0-2 after punting one down the third base line and then one down the first base line. Coach Lawrence says
he needs a breather right now.
Yeah, he's done 2 wind sprints. So 0-2. Now he has to protect.
Watch the rotation on this ball.
Yep. If I'm Grassett, I throw him a curveball here. And finally and it hit Smitty. Oh, man, he threw that one in the dirt, and it hit Smitty. If that doesn't hit Smitty, that rolls out by the urinal out there, and Smitty's probably on third base.
Oh, he can fly. Smitty can fly.
So let's see if Small can do a job here. He couldn't get the bunt down, but see if he can move Ethan over. Ethan, good bouncing lead, and takes a ball. That's a great pitch right there.
You knew that was coming,
yep.
Right? It can be hard to lay off that.
Small twirl in the back.
Coming. Setting up high.
He throws over again. Now, he's keeping Smitty close, but third baseman playing in the grass, Paul. He's not going to bunt with 2 strikes, so I'd play even with the bag. Give yourself that extra range. There's the pitch, curveball, and he fouls it off. Ahead of it, but he fouled it off.
He knew the curveball was coming.
Yep.
He was doing his best, trying to stay back, but,
Protected the plate well there.
Yeah, he has to. He would have got rung up with that one.
So Smalls digging in again, 1-2. Smitty bounces away, misses high. So I just got a text from my wife. She's icing her arm now.
It's like a tattoo on that.
Saying that it hurts, yeah.
Well, right now, Mitchie's out in the pen. I think it's just a soft toss.
Yeah, just to loosen up, to get ready. We said Matt's at 65 pitches, so if he keeps that pace up, he'll go into the 6th inning. He got him. He threw him a high fastball, and Tyler could not hold up his swing. So that's going to be a strikeout swinging.
Now batting for Goffstown, number 5, Connor Isaac.
6-pitch at bat. He wants that back.
Yeah.
He's a much better disciplined hitter. It happens,
Yeah, he tried to do a job, tried to get Ethan over to second base, and then just couldn't lay off that fastball. So here's Connor with Ethan still at first base. Ethan takes off. There's the big curveball in the dirt. Beautiful pitch to run on, and he's uncontested down to second base.
I'll tell you what, it was a great jump, the right pitch to go on, right? Catcher has no chance with a curveball.
Well, you know, it's hard to throw out in a curveball anyway, but when it's in the dirt and you have to get to your knees to block it, I mean, you're not throwing it out. Unless you're Tony Pena back there throwing from your knees.
Very few catchers can do that.
And there's a high pitch. So now here's the pitch that Jake has to be careful with. He's got Connor Hyzak up, a kid who can hit the ball a country mile, and he's got him 2-0. If I'm Connor, I'm looking dead red fastball right down the middle. And if he gets it, he's going to lose it. Here comes the pitch. There it is, and he misses terribly up high.
3-0. Keep the bat on the shoulder.
See, and only because it's Connor. If this was Matt or Jake or Cody or anybody else, Connor's a freshman. Nothing against Connor.
Let him see it. Let him see it.
He's over there, and Lawrence is talking to him right now. You know, he said one of two things. You're taking all the way, take a strike, or he's like, you know what?
If it's dead red, go for it.
Like we talked about last inning with the yellow, but, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tells him.
Two-hitter here, though, but you got Matty, who's as hot as they come, and you get Jake after that.
You don't want to.
I'd let him take a pitch
I'd rather see
here.
first and second with no outs.
So would I. Or I'd rather see the 3-1 pitch. That has to be the fastball down the middle. Let's see what he does. And he's taken all the way, and he walks him.
Good at bat right there by Connor Hyzak.
So Connor walks on 4 pitches, and you got Matty, who almost killed Grassett with a line drive. His last time up, he swung at the first pitch and hit an absolute bullet right back through the box.
Hey, Frenchie. French.
So Paul's trying to get his son's attention, but cannot. Here's the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Beautiful stop by Bain. What a job he's done back there so far, Paul.
He's working. He's working back there.
Yeah, and Grassett's he's in a little bit of a jam here. So here's where you need the base hit, Paul. You got great speed on the bases, and you got great speed in the batter's box. So let's see what happens. Fastball missed
inside.
Thought he missed inside. The umpire gave him the strike.
It's all right.
So
it wasn't Matty's pitch.
It's all right. It's 1-1 pitch, 1-1 count. You know, Matty's not going to swing unless it's his pitch. So see what he does here. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball in the dirt. That's a great stop by Bain. That one hit
curveballs.
The last two have gotten skinned, Paul. But it's a lot easier to block a curveball, but those take its toll after a while. So Grassett now, he's doing a curve on the first pitch and a curve on that pitch. So he's 2-1 to Matt. Can almost guarantee a fastball here. There it is, and that's inside.
But I'll tell you what, you're talking about when it gets skinned. If people didn't know Jake was the catcher here, he some days has so many bruises.
Yeah.
And when they're short, they're going, does your father beat you?
Yeah,
you know?
Well, that happens too, but you just
only when he swings at a bad pitch.
And there you go. So now he's got bases loaded for Jake. A great situation for Goffstown right here. As Grassett's gotten himself in trouble, and here comes the coach.
Now batting number 18, Jacob Hunt.
So the coach coming out to the mound, a la Lopez in the first inning with Matty.
He's taking the slow stroll.
You know, and Paul,
nobody warming up.
Right, and we've talked about this probably a zillion times over the year about timely hitting, timely base hits.
That's all you need here.
You
got
Jake. He's a senior. He's got to step in there. Know what just happened, right? He just threw 4 balls to. He threw 4 balls to Connor in a row. He threw 4 out of 5 to Matt.
Correct.
Started Matt off with a curveball. I wouldn't be surprised to see him do the same thing to Jake here because Jake's going to be jacked up, right? Looking for that first pitch fastball. You got to look for that curveball first pitch. I know he trusts Bain, right? Bain's done a hell of a job back there.
He's a heck of a
pitcher.
pitcher.
The ball.
I mean, heck of a catcher. He trusts him.
You know,
he can block. He's been Bernie Parent back there.
Yep. Wow, Bernie Parent. He throws him a high fastball and misses.
Or he's been Jerry Cheevers, he's my Bruin hero.
We got a picture of the cup with him. We got a picture of the cup with him. Fantastic day all around there. Another pitch in the dirt. That day started Medford, went to
East Boston.
Medford, East Boston, and the North End.
Yeah,
you know.
we were everywhere. Yeah, we went to Medford, then Everett, East Boston, and then the North End.
Jake taking all the way there. So expect that same fastball if you're Jake. And now there's someone going to the bullpen to warm up. Looks like Carlson. Nope, Carlson's getting a helmet. It's 3-1. Jake's looking dead red here.
Yep.
So
he's got to love it.
Can't read that name on the back of number 2's jersey there. I can't read that. Begins with an L. So he's going to go down and start warming up. So Jake's in control here. 3-1 is the pitch. And he pops him up on a 3-1 fastball. Third baseman, a yellow, going over to the dugout and makes the catch. And Jake bangs the bat down on the ground. So now there's 2 outs as Jake pops to third.
Jake, number 16, Taylor French.
Jake was a little over anxious there on a 3-1 pitch. That's not the pitch I think he wanted, but tried to do a little bit too much there, and unfortunately popped foul to third. So it's up to Taylor now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And there's a pitch in the dirt, and another tremendous stop by Bain. That's no fewer than 4 or 5 this inning, Paul. And Grassett's got to give him, I tell you what, he's got to buy him a drink after this game, I'll tell you. Give him a Gatorade or something. Pitch, fastball, strike. Ooh. Good pitch right there.
Hard to lay off that one.
You know.
But he hasn't thrown a lot of strikes, you know.
Yeah.
Make him keep throwing.
Grassett's challenging them. Here's the pitch. Another fastball way up high. Overthrew that one. You know, Taylor's got to be patient here. I'm telling you, all he has to do is look for the fastball. Anything off speed, you just let it go.
Let it go.
Until you get 2 strikes. Yeah, you're looking fastball here. There's the pitch. Oh, the pitch was high. He swung it. Got to be patient, Paul. You know.
Yep.
Word of the day on Sesame Street today is patience.
Patience.
Let me tell you. So now it's 2-2, and, you know, with Bain back there, I would not be surprised to see the curveball right here. Grassett's got a great curveball. Curveball in the dirt. All Bain has to do is touch the plate. There it is. And tremendous stop again. Paul, he didn't even get it in the mitt. He hit the side of his glove and got it between his glove and his leg.
He's working out.
So now you get the bases loaded. The runners are off. You got tremendous speed on the bases. You got Smitty at third. You got Connor at second and Matty at first. The base hit's going to score 2 easily and maybe 3 with Matt's speed. Here's the pitch, and he pops a foul out of play. And we'll do it again. All the runners were –
they're making him throw.
I'm looking down there. Connor was already at third, and Matt was almost at second base. And so that's the jump they're getting. I mean, Souhegan infield's playing back, of course. But
base hit scoring
too easy. Base hit scoring too easy. And like I said, maybe 3 with Matt's speed because Matt was almost at second base. I mean, there they go. Look at Matt. The pitch, and he fouls it back again. So the boys are getting a workout on the bases right now. And you know, this is similar to the at-bat that Connor put on in the first inning, right? So Taylor's now into, his 7th pitch.
My heart's racing a little bit, Mike. I tell you.
Well, a big spot right here. Here it is. That line drive, center field, way back. It's over to center fielder's head. It hits one, hops the wall.
It's scoring 3.
It scores 2 so far. Matty coming around. He's going to score. A bases clearing double for Taylor French.
What a hit.
What a blast by Taylor French. And all 3 runners score. That ball was absolutely crushed, Paul. He threw him a high fastball, and he just drilled it out to center field. The center fielder got a great jump, but couldn't catch up to it. It one-hopped the wall,
Number 8, Cody Morrell.
Hit the baggie, and, you know, all 3 runners had no problem scoring, and Taylor standing at second base. Paul, there's the clutch hitting that we looked for.
And you know what? John hit the nail on the head. He's a fastball high hitter, and guess what? He missed. He left the ball up. French drove it straight out.
Yep. So now for some reason the pitcher and catcher are out of the bullpen and warming up on the right field line. And Cody takes a ball low. Yeah, apparently the bullpen's not being taken care of down there by our crack field crew. And they're warming up down the sideline. They have a coach standing in front of them. Grassett goes to second base, and it hits Taylor. But no advancement. Ball goes right to Burns. So Goffstown.
I don't want to see Taylor take too big of a lead. Just hang tight.
No, he's just got to be careful. Get a good secondary. And Cody hits a line drive. Oh, nice stab by the second baseman.
Nice play.
And that'll end the inning. So Goffstown comes up with 3 runs, though, and after 3 full innings, they're ahead 3-0. Paul,
31 pitches, so he had 62.
Cody put a charge into that ball, Paul.
The poor kid snake bit. I mean, how much better and harder can you hit the ball? Second baseman made a solid play coming to his left, right?
Yep. Looked like it was going to get through the hole, a hard line drive. And we talked about the injury. We're going to show you what the life of a fan could be here. As we take a look at that. That's my wife's arm. She got hit with a line drive, and that's a pretty nasty bruise right there. I got to find out exactly what happened to her, but.
You think that'll get in the way of her cooking?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. It's probably not her cooking arm. I don't know if that's her chopping hand or not, but I know she, she's been a trooper though. She went to yoga first thing this morning, went to Bikram yoga, and then she rode her bike here. Her and Trevor rode their bikes down. I took her van with the bike rack, and they rode the bikes down. So she's getting a workout, but unfortunately now she might be on the DL for a while. I hope she's okay. I can't seem to locate her though. Don't know where she is. I don't know if she's up the third base line or not.
2.1.
So it's 3-0 Goffstown, top of the fourth inning, and we have 6, 7, 8 coming up for Souhegan.
We need this quick inning. I want that we can keep Matt in the game, keep it grooving, keep the tempo with him. We have Zichek who K'd, Biddle who K'd, and then the pitcher Grassett walked last time up.
Leading off for the Sabres, number 38, Daniel Trespez.
Trespez leads off, Paul. We missed one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Yep.
Trespez because he was
off.
at bat when Jake threw that kid out.
Yep, he struck out his first time up. He's using the Louisville Prime bat as well. Very nice bat. I got a chance to swing it when Tyler's new one came in, and I know he's a couple of boys are using it. There it is. Look right down below us. It's right between Nolan and Nick. It's a 33-30, and it's a perfectly balanced bat. It's just got a nice grip, and it feels good in your hand. Wish they had something like that when I was a kid.
There we go.
Boy, Matt.
Yeah, right now it's almost like a down payment on a house some of these bats cost, right?
Let's say that again.
My goodness. 2-1.
It's 2-1, yep. Here's the pitch. And that sounded like it hit Jake's mitt. I think it did. It did. He flies out to left, and the umpire's going out to the mound, and he should be safe at first on catcher's interference. Yep, it hit Jake's mitt. I heard it, and Jake motioned to it. So
how do you score that?
That's an error on the catcher.
Error
it
on
goes
the
as an E2. I heard it.
Now batting
So,
10, Matt Zifchuk.
Unfortunately, instead of having one out, we have Trespez on first base. Jake gets charged with an error, unfortunately. But he's going to keep his fat hands out of the way, Paul.
Yep. Keep that hand back a little. Let the ball come to him.
Yeah. So
small ball.
Squares the bunt and takes it back and takes a strike. Not sure the coach is going to be happy about that. So Zifchuk, the second baseman, he struck out looking his first time up as well. So, Paul, we talk about errors throughout the course of the season. You're a 3-run lead here. We hope that this doesn't start something for Souhegan.
Right.
The wind's blowing in now from left field.
Again, down here with the trees, it's like a bowl.
Yeah, it swirls around quite a bit. And it squares the bunt again. He pops it up, and it goes foul. Oh, good thing that didn't hit Jake.
Wow.
As he was coming out, Jake was charging, and the ball had a lot of backspin on it. And if that hit Jake and rolled away, that would have been a fair ball.
He was about to go for the dive for the catch.
It was up high enough, and if Jake catches that, maybe doubles off Trespez at first base.
Well, it takes the bunt out.
Yep. So now Cody can step back.
Keep an eye on Trespez.
So it's 0-2 now to Zifchuk. So like Small in the top of the inning, couldn't get the bunt down. Here comes the pitch, and he checks his swing. Oh,
come on.
That's a. I think he went, but that's a tough call. I mean, only having two umpires.
Right.
I mean,
you need someone on the third base line.
You need someone on the third base line, right? So that umpire standing.
In all fairness,
between first and second, he's not going to be able to make that call. We can, from our angle, we have a perfect angle on it. So, our crack.
They're not going to listen to us.
Our crack cameraman John catches that one, and we see that he broke his wrist and he went. So he fouls that pitch off, and his count remains 1-2.
He got
Trespez, he goes over to first base. That gets by. Trespez doesn't run very well.
No.
Tyler retrieves the ball, gets it into Hyzak. So that's an error on Matt.
Two errors, and now he's on second base.
So an unfortunate error to Jake, and now a throwing error on Matt.
And that just clipping that, it is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. Matt actually had him if the ball was in. He had Trespez was taking a little bit of a lead.
So now, this happened last inning to us too. Because Ethan ended up stealing second base to get there after we couldn't get bunted over. So, got to be careful here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. Nice stop by Jake. That hit him high in the shoulder, almost in the neck area.
That bounced straight up.
It came up almost like what happened to the umpire. It hit Jake on that padding right at the side of his helmet. So it's 2-2 now. Zivchek, small lead over there at second base. I'm sorry, that's Trespez over there.
Nice pitch. Nice pitch.
He rung him up. I didn't hear it at first, Paul. So Zivchek strikes out looking for the second time.
If that was a ball, it would have been hard for me not to say anything.
Yeah,
right?
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't hear anything.
Number 12, Davis Biddle.
And then I saw the umpire start to lean backwards, and he rung him up. So Zivchek strikes out for the second time. It is Biddle. He struck out looking his first time as well. Paul, we talked about shutdown innings after you score runs. We need to have one right here.
Yes.
We need to leave that runner at second base. Pitch by Matt in the dirt. Another nice stop by Jake. So like Bain in the inning prior, Jake's getting his workout and doing a great job back there.
Earning their money.
So you got Grassett on deck.
He was at 65.
Yeah, he's at 65 coming in.
So you have three.
Probably around 72, I'd say.
76
Ground
altogether.
ball, second base, backhanded by Campbell. Campbell throw off the what? Nice stop by Tyler. The ball didn't get by him, but it took him off the bag. So that's third error. I mean, Clay made a nice play getting to the ball, but the throw took Tyler off the bag. Tyler did a great job.
Number 34, Jacob Grassett.
Did a great job of stopping that, so the ball didn't get by him.
Right, that would have scored a run.
That would have scored a run. So now we have first and third, and one out for the pitcher, Grassett, who walked. And by looking at that, Biddle didn't run particularly well down the baseline, so not sure if we're going to steal here, but might look for a squeeze or something with Grassett.
I'm thinking more the squeeze where he doesn't run well.
There's the pit, and there's the bunt, and nothing going. Trespez can get a great jump because Cody's coming down the line. I'm sorry, that was a strike.
Jake calling out a play. I'm not sure what first and third bunt 3 means.
Well,
but
I think that means that Cody's going to hold because the runner
even
was
with the grass?
3/4 down the line, and Grassett's already squaring. So it's not a suicide squeeze. It's going to be a safety squeeze.
Right.
But Tyler's holding the runner on, so unless Tyler charges when the pitch comes, someone's going to charge to take the bunt. Yep, and it's Tyler, and both of them come down. He fouls it back to the fence.
That was huge right there, Mike, missing
huge.
that. 2 strikes now. That was an absolutely huge miss.
Paul, again, I'm not one to talk about Coach Bellevue here, but first and third, 1 out, and you're giving up a sacrifice bunt to put, second and third, 2 outs for the top of the order? I don't know about that. We said that Biddle doesn't run particularly well, trying to stay out of the double play, I guess. Fastball in the dirt.
Don't want to lose this. Don't want to lose this. Come on now.
And Grassett walked his first time up. Grassett and Jake have the same cleats, Paul.
Yes, they do, as a matter of fact. High top.
High top Nikes, mostly white with the black in the middle.
Nice. Ooh, just went outside.
Curveball outside. Mid stop by Jake again. Jake and Tyler are on the same page. Jake always comes up ready to throw, and Tyler's always there.
He's ready. And that's the big thing. Like Jake says, if he's going to throw, the first baseman has to be ready. It has to be in position.
Well, it helps to have a catcher at first base.
At first, right?
And he hits a little pop-up that's probably going to fall, and that gets behind Clay. And that's a little base hit for Grassett to help himself out. So the score is now 3-1 Goffstown. And we have runners at first and second. Yeah.
Top of the order coming up.
Excellent. Number 21, Ryan Hill.
Excellent piece of hitting by Grassett on a 1-2 pitch. And, Paul, the errors, once again, have come back to bite us. So now it's first and second. You get the top of the order up. You get Hill, who grounded to short and walked his last time up.
You don't want Alec Burns coming up.
Nope, with the
2
bases
men
loaded
on, bases
again.
loaded.
You already come up with the bases loaded once. So Matt's in a little bit of a jam again. Tyler's playing on the grass. Pitch is low in the dirt. Paul, this has the feel of a playoff game, doesn't it?
It sure does.
You got a 12-3 Souhegan team against
Getting
a
too old for this,
12-4 Goffstown team.
Boy.
The pitch up high. So Matt falls behind Hill here, 2-0. I hear
one down.
I hear a ball pounding a mitt over there. I'm not sure who's warming up. We can find out who's warming up in the bullpen over there. Might be Mitchie again.
Mitchie's in the pen again, warming up.
Yep.
Throwing a little harder this time.
Pitch, and 2-0 pitch, and he fouls it back. This game's got some playoff implications here, Paul. If Goffstown wins, they jump over Souhegan into the 3 spot. Here's the pitch, and he just missed that one.
You know, like we said, both teams are guaranteed a top 4 spot, but it's that position of 3rd changes who you're going to face.
Yeah, they both have 12 wins. The next closest teams, Milford, Oyster River, and John Stark, only have 10.
Right.
So I don't think they can get there as far as the rating goes.
No, not with the rating,
so
no.
I think it's just whether they're going to be a 3 or a 4. And he swings late and fouls that one back. So winning at bat put on here by Hill. You know what might happen, though, Paul, is Oyster River right now is in the 5 hole. So Oyster River is going to play the 12 seed. They can get through that game without throwing Oxford. Then guess who you're going to see next Saturday?
Is that the update, or is Milford in 5 hole now?
I'm sorry. Milford's in the 5 hole right now. You're right. There's a ground ball. Matt, what a play by Matt. From his butt, gets to Connor. Connor goes to 3rd. Good play by Connor.
Nice play.
Nice play by Matt. Throwing to second base to get Grassett from his behind. So Hill reaches on a fielder's choice, and Grassett is out 1-6.
Now batting number 32, Alec Burns.
So we still have. So now we still have 1st and 3rd, as Grassett is erased on the fielder's choice by Hill. Hill runs well. We just saw that, but look who strides into the plate.
Right.
Alec Burns. Well, you got Benavides on deck, who missed a home run by about 3 feet last time up. So
it's not easy.
Not sure how much you want to mess around with Burns. There's the pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Jake.
Oh.
No advance. He throws down to 1st.
Oh.
You know, not a bad idea. Biddle was heading back to the bag, so not a bad idea by Jake. Threw it from his knees. Tyler was where he needed to be. You just got to be careful. You don't want to throw that ball in the right field.
Right.
So 1-0 to Burns.
But Hill wasn't, in any rush to get back to 1st.
Nope.
Ooh, that's a challenge right there.
And mano-a-mano fastball right there. And Burns, he looked like Hanley swinging that one. Tell you what.
That's a good analogy right there.
He connected with that one. Look where Clay is right now. Oh, my goodness. That's way out of here. Oh, my. He swung the first pitch like he was going to do that.
Miss the second
didn't miss that one. He made a mistake. And just like that, it's 4-3 Souhegan. 3-run homer for Alec Burns, who swung like Hanley on the first pitch. And he didn't, tell you what, Paul, he didn't miss that one.
No, he was sitting dead red.
I mean, is there another word to use besides crushed? Because that was a no-doubter. It was just a matter of where it was going to land.
He missed his pitch, spot. That's all that was.
Max Benavides.
Yeah, and Burns did his job, and what you expect Burns to do is I'm going to make you pay if you miss.
He's like I said, the pitch before was mano-a-mano fastball. Matty won that one, but I think it's safe to say that Alec won the second one. Curveball misses. So Goffstown scores 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, and Souhegan answers quickly with the 4 spot in the top of the 4th. So we did not get the shutdown inning we were looking for. And Matty's now overthrowing here. What we talk about, Paul, when balls are hit that far, they should say Southwest.
Yep, Southwest Airlines on that one.
That's a no-doubter. Here's the pitch. Fastball from Benavides. Just missed that one, I'll tell you, Paul. We've talked about this, during the year when our boys have hit a home run, what the next batter's doing. Yep. And I'll tell you, if Benavides, if he gets another pitch like that, he might have the same result that Burns just had. I mean, you get 2-1. Matt should throw an off-speed pitch here. Nope, he throws a fastball and he gets it. So
that was his 95th pitch right there, Mike.
Wow. So
95 so far.
He's only got 25 left.
Right.
So I wonder if he's going to come out and start the next inning.
If he can get Benavides, then I would see him come back out. Nice.
He waves at a fastball and misses, but the damage is done, Paul. Souhegan scores 4, and the score at the end of 3.5 is Souhegan 4 and Goffstown 3.
Well, like we just said, 31 pitches that inning, 96 total. So the odds are pretty good. He's coming back out. He'll be facing Aiello, Ban, and Trespez. And Trespez, who's got everything started, unfortunately, that error, hitting Jacob's glove for interference. And then we had, another error. So kind of a few things didn't go our way, but right now Tyler Santoro is going to lead off. We're then going to have Clay Campbell and Smitty.
Sounds like 3 hits to me.
We need 3 hits.
Brother-in-law Paul Renard just joined us in the booth. Good to see Paul.
It's always good to see him.
Tell you what, Paul, he's been golfing up a storm. You know, he's taking lessons and
nice.
He's hoping to break 50 in the first half, right, Paul, for this year? Yeah, first 3 holes he's looking to break 50. He's been trying to get me to golf this year, and I know you said you were doing it. Now you're in retirement. You've joined the Dairy Field
every Friday.
So you're golfing every Friday. Paul was at a tournament last weekend, as a matter of fact, right? Played in a golf tournament up near Sebago Lake, right? Point Sebago. So.
Oh, nice.
Great weather today, finally. John now takes a break, and we have a new camera person here. So it's 4-3 Souhegan.
Leading off for the Grizzlies, number 4, Tyler Santoro.
And here's Tyler, who hit a single his first time up. So Grassett's at 62 pitches. He threw 31 last inning. So let's see Tyler.
We need a
long
inning.
See if he can get on base here. Yeah, we do. Say it again, Tyler and Jake played together for a year when they were 13. Here's the pitch, curveball. Tyler's not biting on that. So he's looking for that fastball now. They played in the Southern New Hampshire Reds. They were 13.
Seems like yesterday, right?
It sure does. I remember that season well. Here's the pitch, fastball misses low. So Tyler's going to do his job here. 2-0. You don't want to swing and get yourself out here. Need base runners. Here comes the pitch. 2-0. Oh, and he checks his swing, and it's a little roller back to the box. Unfortunate there. He tried to check his swing. He didn't want to swing at that pitch, and unfortunately made contact and grounded back to the pitcher.
Now batting number 14, Clay Campbell.
So here's Clay. Clay struck out his last at bat.
We need Cletus to get on here. That monkey off his back. Poor kid he snake bit. Oof.
Takes a strike. So now Grassett's trying to do what Matt couldn't do, trying to have that shutdown inning after putting up 4 runs. And we talked about how Souhegan can score, Paul, huh?
Very quick.
Clay right on top of that one and follows
very
it straight
quick.
back.
They don't mess around.
Nope.
And they make you pay when you make a mistake.
And they only had two hits that inning. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a fielding breakdown, 2 errors. So 2 of those runs are unearned to Matt. There's Clay is the pitch, and there's a foul ball out of play. So it count stays at 0-2. I've talked about this before, Paul. Clay's got a great swing. I love his swing. He's just so quick. His hands are quick.
Great hands.
Smooth.
Great hands.
Smooth swing, and I can't wait to watch him play the next couple of years. 0-2, curveball misses high. Grassett, he telegraphed that one. He did everything besides telling him he was going to throw a curveball. Did you see the arm motion?
Yeah.
His body motion slowed down.
He's got to be getting tired. He's starting to throw, be in the 7th.
And another curveball. So it's 1-2. Well, he started hitting at 62. He had a little bit of a break there. I mean, Souhegan sent up, seven men to the plate last inning.
And they have number 2 back warming up. I don't know who that is. In the pen, just loosening up.
Yep, he decided to go into the bullpen again, so.
A little bit safer, even though grass hasn't been cut.
Yeah, you got to do it. The safety of the kids is the #1 priority, right? And there's a ground ball. Grasset reached out with his bare hand. Burns makes an easy play, and 2 down. Boy, Burns made that look so easy, didn't he, Paul?
Did. He's been doing that against us
for years.
For a long time. He's owned shortstop.
Number 10, Ethan Smith.
So with 2 down now, you got Smitty coming up. Smitty singled and stole second base his last time up. That started our rally last inning. There's the pitch. And Smitty first pitch swinging again
right
and
Burns.
hits it to the wrong guy, I'll tell you that. Oh, throwing the dirt. It gets by. Oh, the catcher's there to back up, though. Smitty's going to hustle. Catcher throws down to second, and an uncharacteristic error by Burns. So we'll take that one. So Smitty's at second base on an E6.
Now batting number 1, Tyler Small.
So here comes senior Tyler Small on senior day. He's 0 for 2. He grounded to second and struck out.
Like to see him get hot again, Mike.
As would I.
Right now is the perfect time for that. For a while there, the ball just, again, seemed like a softball to him. Hit that home run right into the bed of Isaac's pickup truck.
Yep.
Is that curveball starting off? He's not afraid to throw that.
Nope.
And he did the right thing. Why swing at the ball when it's having a rotation? Let it go.
That's right. Not on the first pitch. Small knows better than that. In the dirt, that gets by Bain, who's done a great job back there. Nothing he can do about that.
Nothing.
So Ethan is now at third base on a wild pitch.
When it's a 59-foot curveball, catcher doesn't stand a chance.
So the count is now 1-1, and Ethan is at third base.
We just need something simple here. He doesn't have to do too much. Be smart, make him throw to you.
Yep.
It's a 1-1 count, 2 outs, man on third.
The pitch is down. Oh, Bain stopped it. Thought he lost it. Another pitch in the dirt. That gets by. Came out in front. Grassick comes down. It's 3-1 to Small. Ethan read that nicely.
Well, it was a nice play by Grassick. He came down because if the catcher comes out, it's leaving the home plate wide open. Miscommunication, but they did it right.
Yep.
Would have been nice if it went by him to tie and run, but
Bain going out to the mound.
Get on the same page.
Grassick looks like he's tiring out there, Paul. I know he's probably looming around 80 pitches or so, but it's a hot day.
I don't know what he normally throws, right? The weather's been cool the past couple of weeks, so today is warm, relatively speaking, for how the weather's been.
Yep. So Small's in the driver's seat here, 3-1 count. See what Grassick does. The pitch, fastball in there for a strike, so now the count's full. You got Connor on deck. Connor would like to come up with a couple of men on here and a chance to have Goffstown tie or put them ahead. Small needs a base hit here to score Ethan, and Grassick steps off. So Grassick wants to chat with Bain. They want to make sure they're on the same page here. Grassick's not really sure what he wants to throw here.
He's got first base open. He could be throwing that curveball. He's been throwing it like crazy.
Yeah, and he has a good curveball, Paul. He does. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see it. It just hope that if it's a ball that Tyler lays off of it.
Right.
The pitcher who was warming up is now back on the bench, so he's ready to go if needed. There it comes. Fastball line drive,
right
ground ball to second base. He swallows it up, and he throws him out. So the error does not cost Souhegan anything. So we go to the top of the fifth inning, and the score remains Souhegan 4 and Goffstown 3.
16 pitches, 78 total.
Only 16?
So
it seemed like he
it
threw a lot more than that,
more
Paul.
than that. 3 batters. You had Santoro, you had 3 pitches. Campbell actually worked it to 6 pitches. Smitty, first pitch as expected. And then Smalls with 6 pitches. We have Mitchie coming in for Matty.
Yep.
To pitch.
So Mitch is coming in to pitch. I would assume Matt's going to go to right field. No, Matt's going to center field, and Ethan's going back to right. So Carter's come out of the game now.
And then Mitchie will just.
So I would imagine that
French will hit
for Mitch, right? So he's just putting Mitchie in Carter's spot.
Right.
So it's like the old double switch there, just changing positions around. So Mitchell's actually coming in for Carter to take his position in the field, and Taylor, I imagine, would still bat for Carter, for Mitchell. So we have 4, 5, 6 coming up. Yellow, Bain, and Trespez. Need to hold them here, Paul, and keep it a 1-run game. We're in the top of the 5th.
Trying to figure out the line. We know we had 96 pitches for Matt.
Oh, I'll get you.
Right.
Yep. So he only let up 3 hits, Paul, and he walked 4 all in the first 2 innings. He struck out 7, let up 4 runs. Only 2 of them were earned because of the errors. So.
Right.
And he threw 96 pitches, 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. So not a bad afternoon for Matt. And let's see how Mitchell.
Leading off for Souhegan, number 13, Tucker Ayala. The new pitcher for the Grizzlies is number 7, Mitchell Skacke.
As he's done all year long, he'll come in 5th inning, 6th inning, 7th inning. He started a game, does extremely well. Great confidence, stays composed, and keeps the ball low.
Yeah. So John's now taking his heart pills, as we know, when Mitchell goes on the mound. And see if we can get a Mitchie Moo out of Lisa today. I don't know where she is right now.
She's over there in Mum's Row, which is right behind the visiting on-deck circle.
So he misses outside for a ball, and a yellow reached on a fielder's choices last time up. If you remember, he hit that ground ball. And Benavides got caught off third base by Matt.
There you go.
Where are those missing? Where are those missing, Paul? 3 of them.
Oh, boy, I don't know where that one
very
missed.
Close.
I'm going to check that GoPro tomorrow and see where that one missed. Boy.
Not really sure, but and there's one right down the middle, so it's 3-1.
Almost identical to the last pitch.
And the 2 before that.
Right.
The yellow wiggling the bat, and he misses. So uncharacteristic of Mitch with the walk. He doesn't walk.
He doesn't walk a lot of batters.
But then again, when you throw 4 strikes, it's kind of hard to. It's usually hard to walk people.
Tucker.
Yeah.
Who's up now?
Number 5, Kalen Bain.
Kalen Bain is struck out twice, once in the 1st inning and once in the 3rd inning.
I'd like to see him ground out to short right here. 6-4-3 double play.
Right.
A yellow with a decent-sized lead over there at first. Yep, he squares the bunt and puts it down first base foul. Yeah, they do a lot of bunting, Paul. They play a lot of small ball.
Small ball.
I mean, this is the 5-hitter. You know, this is but Caleb's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but this is your 5-hitter, and they haven't been afraid to bunt with.
Maybe he's trying to get the monkey off his back this game. This game, let him bunt, and see if you can move him along. Sometimes that works. Gets them out of their funk. You know, that happened with Matt a few years ago. In fact, you called that bunt. Yep. Matt was struggling, and all of a sudden, snap, got him out of that funk.
And there's a ground ball on a bunt. Back to Mitch. Mitch going to first. Clay covering. Clay was looking for the bag, and he got there. So Bain does his job with the sack bunt.
Now batting number 38, Daniel Trespass.
So now we get a yellow at second base and 1 out for Trespass. Trespass, you know, unfortunately hit Jake's mitt on his swing last time up. He flew out to left field, but hit Jake's mitt, so he was awarded first base.
And that just caused things spiraled out of control.
Yep. So, and he hits a high fly ball to center field. Matty going over. He's looking at Smitty, and the ball drops between them.
Gracious.
They couldn't decide who was going to come up with the ball. They looked at each other, and I'm not sure if Matt lost it or assumed that Smitty was going to take it, but that's probably the easiest double that Trespass is ever going to have.
That's a center fielder's ball.
All the way.
So
I mean, that was probably 40 feet to Matt's left. I'm not sure we can charge him with an error. It's a mental error. He never touched the ball. So
true.
It's definitely a mental error on Matt. You know, Smitty, look where Smitty's playing. I mean,
number 10, Matt
Smitty had to run a good 100 feet to get the ball. Was hit plenty high for Matt to get under. And I don't know if he just got a bad jump, didn't see it off the bat, lost it in the clouds or what, but we're in trouble now here. We have Zifchek up. He's 0 for 2. He struck out twice.
1 out, first base open.
1 out, first base open, but second and third, and the infielders are in, and Zifchek was overwhelmed with that fastball. So, Paul.
We can't beat ourselves, and you know what?
And we're doing it right now.
Right there.
I mean, you know, of the 4 runs, I mean, you can't deny the Burns hit, but the runners were on base because of errors.
Right.
If they're not there, then Burns' homer isn't a 3-runner. There's a bunt. Here comes the runner. Ayala coming home. He's there throwing. They're saving. He's out. Beautiful play by Mitchell and a great tag by Jake. Ayala come in head first at the plate, and he's shaking his head. He thought he got in there, but a great play by Mitchell. So Zifchek gets the bunt down. And
now batting number 12, Davis Biddle.
A yellow is out 1-2, so there's 2 outs now. And Biddle's the batter. He reached an error by Clay. Clay fielded the ball cleanly and threw to first and drew Tyler off the bag.
Oh, excuse
God
me.
bless you. So
that was absolutely huge.
that was a great play.
Huge.
And, you know, big lead over first base. And it's a hard line drive foul. Oh, what a grab out there. Whoa, some fan. I hope we got that on camera, Dave. Some fan made a tremendous grab. He was walking, a backpack on, glove in his hand. Oh, my wife just walked in, and she's got a golf ball on her forearm. Holy cow.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's
that thing is swollen.
Like I said, she gave birth to 3 boys. She's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Look at him go. Oh, they got him picked off. Tyler, watch the runner. He's running him down. He's running him down. Throws to second to Connor. Connor, they're watching the runner at third. Here he comes. Here's the throw home by Clay, and it's a bad throw, and the runner's safe, and the double steal works. So that was not handled very well by Goffstown, I'll tell you.
No.
They got him picked off. They knew. I mean, he was giving himself up. I mean, Bellevue knew exactly what he was doing, and Trespass comes home. He gets credited with the stolen base, and so does Zivchek. So it's now 5-3. Souhegan. Goffstown did not handle that rundown well. Tyler did his job. He ran him to second base. And he got it to Connor.
Just a bad throw
Paul, is the
home.
count 1-1 or 2-1? I got 1-1.
I have 1-1.
Yep. There was a bad throw home. They had him. Clay was covering the bag. Mitchell's overthrowing a little bit now. A little bit of frustration coming in. They did a great job on the squeeze, and as well as they handled that squeeze, they did not handle that rundown very well. I mean, everybody knew what was happening. They were trying to get that runner down. The runner kept creeping down from third base. Oh, that's off Jake's glove on the swing, and the runner's going to advance to third base. And so it counts 2-2, and
2-2.
Paul, as much as I hate to do it, that was a pass ball because he should have caught that.
Got him.
So now we have Zivchuk at third with 2 down, but Biddle's got a 2-2 count on him. Mitchie needs a strikeout here. Ooh, that's off Jake's helmet, and the umpire's going to walk out. Give Jake a chance to breathe here. Jake looks like he's no worse for wear. Gets the ball from Grassett. Grassett asks him if he's okay. Good sportsmanship there between the players. Umpire takes the ball from Jake. Looked like he wanted to brush the plate off Paul to give him a little more time, but I think Jake was like, come on, we're all set here.
Yeah, he's good.
Here's the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Nice stop by Jake. Tyler gives him a big target, and that's the inning. So they get one more. So at the end of 4.5, it's Souhegan 5, and Goffstown 3.
16 pitches for Mitchie on that.
So a good inning for Mitch. Mitchell let up the 1 hit. I mean, he should have been out of that inning, Paul. You had the leadoff walk.
We have 5-3.
So we had the leadoff walk, got himself in trouble there, and the sack bunt. But that double, Paul, that shouldn't happen.
Nope.
That double should never happen. He's a runner on second base, and that ball was in the air for so long, and he only goes to third because it's a misplayed ball. It should have been. We actually should probably charge an error to somebody. It's a mental error on Matty, but where the ball never gets touched. But then they make that great play on the bunt. I mean, Mitchell, great play. Great tag by Jake, getting a yellow at the plate. It was coming in head first, and then, that rundown. Again, another mental error.
Number 5.
Well,
It's not an error in the book, Paul, but another mental error. I mean, Tyler did his job, ran him back to second. You got Connor, who's got the best arm in the infield. He's got to run him back.
Right.
He threw to Clay.
One extra throw, I think.
One too many throws. Yeah. You want to get out of there with 2 throws. Yep. And see, what you don't want to have, though, Paul, is Tyler's running away from home plate, right?
Right.
So he needs to get rid of the ball, and he did. So Connor's got it now running in. And you notice the runner didn't break until Clay got the ball, right? So you got Connor, the shortstop arm, running towards you.
Yep.
Once you got rid of the ball, that's when the runner broke. And that's how you handle that. And that one too many throws. So Connor swings at a high fastball and fouls it back. So the count is 0-1 to Connor. He's struck out in the first and walked and scored in the third. Grassett back on the hill. Throws a curveball and misses.
Hitter's got to make the adjustment now.
Yep.
You know, they've seen him. This is the third time through.
Another curveball, another check swing, a la Tyler. Check swing back to the mound, and there's one out. You know, so that just means that he's fooling a couple people here, and they're trying to lay off.
Now batting number 21, Matt Woodward.
So Matty has singled and walked. Matty scored as well on that 3-run double by Taylor. So Matt wants to make up for that fly ball right here. We need him on base, and you get Jake on deck. Sun's gone in, but the temperature remains very nice. Matty pops up the first pitch. That's going to go foul. And
did not hit a
doesn't
car.
hit a car, doesn't hit a spectator this time, so my wife is safe.
Nobody wants to sit near her now.
She's like a magnet. Did you see that thing? Did you get a chance to look at her arm? Oh, cow.
We should have put that on camera. I mean, that lace mark.
Yeah,
oh,
it looked like she had a golf ball hidden underneath there.
Oh.
And a curveball, and Matt fouls it back. That might get a car. It's going to hit the trees, and just misses that car there. One of the Souhegan players who's not dressed for the game tracks it down. So the count's 0-2. What a mullet on that one out there, Paul.
They're bringing it back.
0-2 curveball. Matt, it's a long fly ball to left center field. You can kiss. Oh, no. Right at the fence. Oh, Matty's going to go back to the gym. I was just about to say kiss it goodbye, but it's just a long out. Matty got all of it.
Now batting number 18, Jacob Hunt.
He talked to his dad, get him something different at GNC there. You know, that should have been a home run.
There are days the ball just continues to travel, but that just died right there.
Look at the flag. There's no wind.
No wind.
You know, there's absolutely nothing helping it or knocking it down. He just got under it a little too much. So now there's 2 outs for Jake. Jake's 0 for 2. He wants to make up for, he wants to get on base, make up for that errant glove on Trespas's at bat. But he also popped up with the bases loaded last time, but he wants that back.
He definitely wants that one back, as do I.
As do I. But you got Taylor, who's hot on deck. High fastball misses, so counts 1-1. You know, Grassett's been, telegraphing his pitches here. So if he's true to his pattern, he's going to throw a curveball here.
And he's 86 pitch. This is 87 coming up right now.
There's the curveball, and Jake pops it up to second. Second baseman goes one way, comes back to his left, and makes the catch. 2 hands to retire the side.
Got to make the adjustment as a hitter.
Yep. So we're going to go to the top of the 6th.
87 pitches total, and he made quick work of
So he
everybody.
only threw 9 pitches that inning? Holy cow. Puts him at 87. So, Grassett's doing his job. He's kind of fallen into a pattern, Paul. I mean, you can call these pitches as they're coming up. And so now that's going to have – so Grassett's going to lead off as well. So he's going to lead off the top of the 6th for Souhegan. And he's
it's not going to get easy for Mitchie.
No, he's been on base twice, and then you get the top of the order coming up, and Burns is looming in the 3-hole right now.
Yep.
So,
it's not going to be easy. Let's see what they do.
You got to play. They have to play clean defense, Paul. We've talked about this all year long, and maybe we jinxed them at the beginning of the show when we said that their defense has been much better. It's the timely hitting. Well, they get the timely hit from Taylor, but now the defense has kind of turned its back on them.
Fly ball, hit mitt.
Yeah,
I can take, believe it or not, the hit mitt. You're like,
well, it happens.
It happens.
I mean, that's something that happens.
But we have to catch him.
You have to catch that fly ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that cost us a run last inning. There's nothing else you can say about that. That's a mental error that, it's not going to help you out. But, that rundown was, like we said, was poorly executed. Not only did the run score, but they didn't get it out.
Right.
And it forced Mitchell to
one
pitch,
extra throw.
You had to throw a couple extra pitches to Biddle to get him out, but good shoot by Jake. Now, that's where you want to throw it right there.
2.1.
That's, where the placement of that throw makes up for whatever time it took him to get it down there. I mean, that's where you want to throw it.
We're going to have a change, I think, for nope. He's coming back out.
Nope, Grassett's going to bat. mullet and all coming up to the plate.
Kid's always smiling.
There's the smile again.
Number 34, Jacob Grassett.
So he walked in singles. He singled in a run his last time up. After not being able to get the bunt down, hit that Punch and Judy little line. And there's the same thing. You've got fisted, and it's a little pop-up to Connor. So one pitch went out, and you hear John saying, "Attaboy" to Mitch. That's how you want to do it.
Now batting number 21, Ryan Hill.
So here's Hill. Hill is 0 for 2 officially. He grounded the short. He walked and reached on a fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice last time at bat, yep.
Yep. And that fielder's choice was the, was that the squeeze play, Paul?
I believe that was.
No, yeah. No, I think that was the ground ball to Matt when Matt
you got
threw.
Grass at 1-6.
Yeah, Matt threw Grassett out at second. The ground ball back to Matt. So it's 2 balls to Hill, and now 3 balls. So we don't want to walk him in front of Burns, right?
No,
we already talked about
that.
If you want him to come up, you want him to come up with the empty bases. And there's a strike.
Attaboy.
Did you say Burns was going to Wake Forest?
I believe he is, yes.
Jeez, what a freshman team they're going to have in a couple of years, huh?
Him and
Burns and Levine
and he and
Oxford.
Levine played Little League together, like you mentioned,
Right.
Bedford earlier.
Yeah.
Both going to Wake Forest.
And they were 12. I remember Levine had a game when he was 12 where he was 5 for 5 with 5 home runs.
Just a beast. Kid, you talk about a swing.
Yeah. He misses, so we have a base runner in front of Burns here. So Hill is on first base. Second time he's walked today.
Now batting number 32, Alec Burns.
So that's the second walk issued by Mitch, which is very uncharacteristic of him. So let's see if he can keep Burns in the ballpark here.
Well, they're not going to steal, Mike, because if they steal, they take the bat right out of Burns' hands.
You
And
know,
I don't see that happening.
the only thing they may do is have it for a hit and run. But, they're playing – I see what they're doing now. They've got 4 outfielders.
Yes.
They put they put Connor in right center field, so they got 4 outfielders. There's nobody at second base, so Clay's now at short.
Ooh.
And he takes a ball. I'm not sure where that missed.
Oh, boy. I like him living there, and I'm not sure where he missed on that one.
Mitchell is a little bit kid who doesn't really show much emotion. Couldn't help but show it there. I don't know where that missed either. I mean, it's inside, but here's the thing, Paul. You can put as many outfielders as you want there, but if you can't keep the ball in the ballpark,
That's right.
so
You still have to make a play.
and you got to make a play. So second base wide open. Whoa! And he hits him. I don't think Mitchie did that on purpose,
No.
but it's not a bad response after you hit a 3-run homer your previous at bat.
I talked to John earlier, and one of the plans on Burns is you're going to pitch him inside. You don't want him to extend those hands.
Yep. So
Now
he's
batting number 8, Max
flexing his
Benavides.
leg over there. So now John's going down.
He needs to go for a walk.
He's like a raging bull right now. He's not particularly thrilled with what's been transpiring here. But now you got Benavides. He's 1 for 2. He hit a long double off the top of the baggie in center field. And there's a nice off-speed pitch by Mitch right there, working that curveball well. So you get Hill and Burns. Hill at second, Burns at first. Benavides looking to add to a 5-3 Souhegan lead. And he tips it foul. So Mitchie's ahead 0-2 here, so you got to be smart.
You don't want to miss.
Don't want to
This
miss.
kid can hit.
You don't want to miss. You don't want to throw a wild pitch. But you know what? You can't throw a strike here, Paul. You got to throw up and away.
Right.
You got to throw low and in. Jake's setting up low and in. Curveball. Ooh. Paul, I thought, that was a strike. But I think because he missed his spot, and that's what threw the umpire off. Pitch looked like it got the outside corner. I mean, he's got a much better view than we do, but then he hits a high fly ball left field. Smalls coming over, and that's going to get out of play. So the count remains 1-2 to Benavides. Hey, Paul, these guys don't get cheated on their swings, do they?
No. Nope, not at all. I'm looking here, and some of these guys have taken some hacks, fouled them back.
Yeah, I mean, he was swinging for the downs there, Paul, and I don't blame him. He's the 3-hitter.
He wants to put the game out of reach. That's his thought.
Oh,
That's
he got some
nice
on the curveball. We just talked about that. What a pitch.
Wow. Did he pull the blinds down on that one? That's a finishing snap. Way to go.
Pulled the blinds down. I like that.
Tucker Aiello.
So Aiello, he's walked twice and hit into a fielder's choice.
He did, yep. Last time at bat, he hit into a fielder's choice for 1-2, wasn't it?
He was out 1-2.
And
then he pops him up. First base side. Tyler trying to make a play there and makes the grab.
All right.
One-handed, but he makes the grab.
I was going to say.
So, it's my kid, so I can make fun of him. But you got to use two hands there, but he had it all the way. So Aiello misses there. And so, Paul, we're running out of innings. We're going to the bottom of the 6th now, and it's 5-3 Souhegan.
17 pitches for Mitchie, 33 total so far, and we are running out of innings. This happened the other day. You have 2 more at bats. We need to make some adjustments, and I'll just use Jake's fly, pop up. You can't do that. You can't pop. He's rolling that hand. He can't do that, but he wants that back, and I know it. So.
Yep. Grassett's coming back to the mound.
And we're going to have French, Cody Morrell, and Tyler Santoro coming up, and need some base runners here. Need to make this kid throw, get him out of the game, change things up. Need to do something. Right.
We need at least one. To have a chance to tie the game with one swing, you need at least one base runner, right? But you got the assistant coach Zifchuk down at our bench, and there were 4 or 5 kids around him having a good time. They're laughing, they're joking, And Paul, that's the spirit of high school baseball.
Absolutely.
You see it in. It's just good to see. He's over there. He's probably giving them changes or whatever he's doing, and they're having fun. It's a Saturday afternoon, 2:45 Saturday afternoon, and he's over there having fun with the visiting team. The boys. Like I said, there were 4 or 5 of them around him.
Leading off for the Grizzlies, Taylor French.
And that's what high school ball is all about, Paul.
Absolutely. Memorial Day weekend. You've had, 500,000 soldiers get killed Civil War, 55,000 killed Vietnam, 37,000 killed in the Forgotten War of Korea. And then you come into the death toll continues in Afghanistan, war against terror. And you're playing baseball Memorial Day weekend. So, folks, just remember a weekend like this, it's for our lost soldiers that allow us to play baseball on such a beautiful day.
You're right, Paul. And that's something that, we should mention. We want to thank all of our servicemen and women around the world right now that are putting their lives on the line so we can do this on a Saturday afternoon. So to all you veterans out there, men, women, we thank you for your service.
French doing the right thing. He's not seeing anything close.
Letting him throw. He knows we need a base runner. We got a 2-0 count here.
You can't get a run if you don't put somebody 90 feet up.
And swings and hits it off the end of the bat, and it's 2-1 now. Frenchie's he's been swinging a hot bat.
Well, he had a great poke when he had all that speed on the bases. He's the one that got us our runs.
Oh, yeah, but, you're talking bases loaded, full count. Everybody's on the run.
Yep.
And he hits a ball into the gap.
I could have scored from first, I think.
You're right. Curveball, and he gets him ahead of it. He hits it down the right field line to where the pitcher's warming up, and that's going to fall harmlessly for a strike.
Thank goodness.
So it counts 2-2.
Just far enough back into the right that it was out of play.
Yeah, he kind of hit that to no man's land, out where, and we apologize. We don't have number 2's name. This is the 3rd time he's been up now. So
I can't read that far.
Yeah, me either. I have my glasses on and everything. I can see it.
We have some young eyes up here. He should be able to read that.
It starts with an L. Actually, maybe you can zoom in on the back of his jersey and you can grab his name right after Taylor bats here. Oh, it's in the dirt. It gets by Bain, and Taylor's going to reach. Strikeout, wild pitch, and Taylor's at first base. We'll take it.
Looks like Leonard.
All right, so our trusty cameraman said it looks like Leonard. So Taylor strikes out but reaches first base on the wild pitch. So we have a runner on first for Cody.
Now batting, Cody Morrell.
And I'll tell you, Paul, if there's a guy who's due, it's this guy right here. He's just big sack. Oh, Wow,
Oh.
he was on top of that. That hit Bain square in the
Yes.
mask.
Oh,
and
boy.
The umpire wasted no time
No.
of running out to the mound. Grassett's got a big
They're
smile
all
on his face.
smiling
They're
at him.
smiling. Bain comes out, smiles. He said he's okay. Tyler tosses the ball back to the umpire.
I think he had a few fillings
Yeah,
go
I think
loose
so.
on that one. Man, oh,
A
man.
couple of mine came loose just by how hard that hit.
Oh.
Man, I tell you, I've been there. You know, you get hit so hard sometimes you could smell the rubber,
Right.
like burning rubber. You could smell it from hitting your mask. It's just amazing. Here's the pitch. Cody hits a long fly ball to right center field, but it's going to hang up there to center field and makes the catch. Probably about, he throws all the way into first base. Taylor wasn't straying that far away. Cody put a charge into it, but not enough.
Batting number 4, Tyler Santoro.
So here's Tyler. Tyler singled his first at bat, and then on a 2-0 pitch, tried to check his swing and hit a little roller back to Grassett. Cody's a little frustrated coming back into the dugout. He knows he hit that hard, but he got underneath it just enough.
We're going to have, looks like we're going to have Nick Labrie. He's on deck, and
Yep.
I think he's going to be batting for
For
Clay.
Clay.
So there'll be some changes coming up.
Curveball misses high. So this is about where Tyler was last time. He was 2-0. Tell you, if I'm him right now, I'm looking dead red and looking for something he can drive. There it is. Fastball up
chase.
high. He was swinging for the downs
Yep.
ball. He was looking for that fastball. He got it.
Yep.
It was just up a little high. You know, I'll bet a pizza he throws a curveball here, Paul. All right, so I'm on the plus side with the pizzas.
There you go.
So he's got his pattern. He's been doing it, throwing curveball, fastball. If he throws a strike with it, he throws it again. If he throws a ball, he throws the fastball. So
What are we at, 2-1, right?
2-1, and, this is a fastball count. Tyler's going to sit dead red and look for a pitch he can drive. Swing it only a strike. And Grassett steps off.
And you know what, the Nick Labrie coming up, I like that move. Clay's, been a little snake bit, so you need to make a change offensively. We have plenty of guys that can.
He flies,
just
hits a
missed
fly ball to right, and into the right fielder's glove, and there's 2 down. So after a leadoff break, 2 flyouts in a row, and here comes Nick. So Nick, there could be a couple things happening here, Paul. Nick could be hitting for Clay and then making a substitution, or
Right.
it could be the re-entry rule where Nick hits and then Clay goes back into the field. So Coach Lawrence is giving the change to the umpire right now. So Nick Labrie, hair and all, coming into the plate. He's in a big spot here. I tell you, Paul, nothing would make me happier to see this kid lose one right here.
Oh, but I'll tell you what, if he throws that fastball belt high,
Grizzlies, number 20, Nick Labrie.
Well,
Nick will make them pay.
it's like you said. So
He's that fastball high hitter.
here we go, 2-0 with the pizza that he throws him a curveball.
Wow.
First pitch. That's been
Right.
his pattern all along. He's got a very good curveball, and I say curveball first pitch.
He's at 98 pitches.
Throws him a fastball.
Oh.
Nick swings, goes through Grassett's legs to the second baseman. So
4-3.
not sure he touched that, if he gets an assist or not. But we go to the top of the 7th, and it is 5-3. So Nick swings at the first pitch, and he's out. He's actually
Fielder's choice 4 and
So
French was
Taylor's
up
out
4-3.
4-6.
4-6, yes.
So Nick swinging at the first pitch. So let's see. Yeah,
99, 12
Clay,
pitches,
Clay
99
does
pitches.
indeed go back to second base. So they utilize the reentry rule here. So Nick just pinch hit, and Clay's going back in the game. So the defensive alignment stays the same. Paul, I'm sorry, how many pitches?
99 pitches.
So
and
he
it
threw
was
12 that
12
inning.
pitches that inning.
So 99. So I'm sure he's going to come out for the 7th. He's still got 21 left, and he's only thrown more than that one time
Right.
in the inning that we scored.
And we'd have 9-1-2 coming up. And you know what? He's earned the right to come out there and finish off.
Oh, he's pitched a great game, Paul. I mean, he hasn't technically overpowered anybody. He's kept him off balance with the fastball and the curveball. He's shown that he trusts his curveball, Paul. He trusts his catcher. He's probably thrown a dozen pitches in the dirt.
Right.
He threw a half a dozen of them in one inning, and Bain's done a great job back there. But you got to tip your hat to Grassett. Sometimes the pitcher just does his job, and Mitchie's coming out for his 3rd inning of work now. Mitchie's pitched great so far.
As he always does. Mitch is just he's a stud on that bump.
Tell you what, Paul, Goffstown's left 5 men on base this game, but they've Souhegan's left 9.
Wow.
3 innings they've left 2 men on base, and they left the bases loaded on the first. So the only time they didn't leave him runner was
for Souhegan, number 5, Kalen Bain.
in the third because of the play at the plate, and then in the fourth because Burns cleared the bases. Right. So you're not going to leave anybody.
He said, excuse me, I'll take care of this
You're
myself.
not going to leave anybody on there. But Mitchie misses high with the fastball. We need to have a quick inning here, Paul, and then our last at bat, you got Smitty in the top of the order. So that's where you want to be. If you're going to have your last at bat, that's about where you want to be. And he pops him up, almost the same spot that happened last inning. Tyler's got to get over there, does he? And he makes the catch. Nice play.
Good communication. People yelling at him so he didn't run into the fence. Nice job.
You can see Clay was about 30 feet behind him, but I'm sure he was telling him you got room, you got room.
Now batting number 38, Daniel Trespass.
So Bain pops out to first. So we got 1 out, and Trespass is up. Trespass hit that fly ball, Paul, that landed in between Smitty and Matt. Miscommunication or something was going on out there. And he hits a high fly ball to right center. I don't know if either one of them's going to get there this time. And it lands in almost the same spot. It dies in the grass out there, and Trespass has his second double in as many at-bats.
What a hit right there, mister.
Yeah, I mean, that ball was up there for a while, and, Smitty came along. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Number 10, Matt Zifchuk.
I don't know if Matt's having a problem seeing the ball out there, Paul, because, Smitty came a long way, and it didn't look like Matt got a good jump on it. I'm not sure he's seeing the ball well. We can't see what he sees, but he must be losing the ball in the clouds or something. It's a hazy day. The sun was out bright earlier. The clouds have taken over.
Yeah, it did. It was a late jump, and then you have your 2 steps behind already. Right. That's not going to happen.
Smitty, look where he's playing. He's playing in and straight away. There's a strike. That ball's hit, closer to center field than where Smitty is. But nothing against Matt. It's just that he may just have a tough time seeing the ball.
Those clouds are turning gray, so you can lose that ball up there.
There's a line drive that's going to fall in front of Matt. And Trespass stops at third. So Zifchuk reaches base on a base hit. So
nice single to center.
Dave Biddle is going to bat. So let's see how he goes here. If he's going to bring the infield in all around, or if he's going to have the middle infielders play double play depth.
So it looks like they're doing a pinch hitter for Biddle.
Yeah, they're doing a pinch hitter for Biddle, number 42. He's going to be a righty, so we'll be able to get his last name. So his last name is Iganowski. Not sure what his first name is. Jake is Iganowski.
Now batting for Souhegan, Jake Iganowski.
So Biddle is not going to bat here. So let's see what Goffstown does. It looks like they're going to play the infield in. Jake's calling. He's calling Cody in. So that's just pitcher, catcher, third base.
I wonder if on the steal Jake throws to third. Maybe catching the runner if they try the double steal.
Well, I think that defense that they're talking about there is a bunt defense right now. Cody's probably going to anchor, and Mitchie's probably going to charge, would be my guess. Iganowski might be up there to just do a job and bunt. Maybe he's a great bunter, but Cody's in, so Cody's looks like he's going to charge. Clay, it looks like he's going to cover, and there it is. And he bunts it foul. So Iganowski might be up there just to do it. It was a safety squeeze.
That's his job right there.
Trespass was not coming, so it's a safety squeeze. We've seen him run. He doesn't have the greatest speed. Good base runner. I mean, he read that bunt very well. So let's see if Iganowski squares again. He does, and he pops up the bunt. Cody makes the grab. A diving catch by Cody Morrell.
What a great catch by Cody Morrell.
So great play there and no advancement. So Iganowski comes in, bunts, and pops it up to Cody Morrell.
That was huge right there. Whew.
Yeah.
Now batting, number 34, Jake Grassett.
So here's Grassett now with first and third and 2 outs, looking to add to Souhegan's lead and maybe pad his lead a little bit as he's the pitcher. Paul, that's a great play by Cody. But you know, if you think about it, if he lets that drop, you get a double play.
Right.
Throw to second, throw to first. I mean, look at the first. They're going to try it again, Paul. They're trying the same play they did before. You know, look where he is, and Mitchell doesn't bite. He's coming off. He's coming so far off. He's trying to get Mitchell to throw over there. You know what Mitch does? Step off.
Yep.
Step off the rubber.
You know what? Just concede the stolen base.
Oh, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to – I don't think he's going to throw over there because I would just step off. He's trying to get in the rundown. There you go, Tyler. That's a great play by Tyler. That's a fantastic play by Tyler Santoro.
Nice job.
What a great play. Nice job, Tyler.
Nice job, Tyler.
A fantastic play by Tyler. He didn't bite. What
you know
a play.
what happened? He learned. Baseball smarts. You learn from a mistake that happened before. So what did Tyler do? Started chasing. Jake screams. He immediately starts coming towards the mound.
Yep.
Caught this kid dead red.
Yep.
You know, halfway between. That's smart baseball. Jake held his ground. We had somebody come out for third, so that was just really nice. Burns is pitching.
Yeah, Burns is coming into pitch. But, you know, this is how it went down, right? Tyler gets the ball, starts running towards second. He saw the third base, the runner at third start to break. He didn't do that last time, but remember, Tyler's running away, right? Tyler stopped. Worst thing that's going to happen right there, even if the runner gets back to third, you have second and third, you concede the base like you talked about. The runner was in no man's land. Tyler did exactly what he's taught to do. You run straight at him.
Straight at him.
He actually put the ball in his glove like he was going to tag him out. The runner then broke home. Easy throw to Jake. Fantastic play all around right there. That's the way you draw it up. I mean, one throw, right, Paul?
But
So-
he did what he's supposed to do. Jake stays home. He runs it at the runner. The kid is like a deer with the
Deer in the
headlights on, right?
Yep.
Now pitching for the Sabres, number 32, Alec Burns.
So I know we had 99.
Through 99 pitches, I'm
Pitches.
trying to get the vitals on him right now.
And Grass said, I'll tell you what, tip your cap to him and his catcher because he with those curveballs, trusted his catcher. Catcher made some great blocks.
Grizzlies, number 10, Ethan Smith.
Yep,
And
so
he did his job as your starting pitcher.
Paul let up 4 hits, walked 2, struck out 4, and charged for 3 runs. 3 runs, 3 earned. So here comes Burns now.
What'd you have for strikeouts?
4.
4.
Burns misses low with the strike and with the pitch, fastball. So Mitchell did a great job, too, in his 3 innings. He may not be done yet. He may have to come out for the 6th, but let's see what happens here. Smitty takes a strike. So Smitty's doing – I like to see what he's doing right now. He's taking some pitches. He's taking a look at
Let everybody
look at
see
Burns
Burns.
here.
He's a big kid and he throws hard.
This is low with that
Make
one.
him throw. Right? He threw the
Yep.
other day. Make him
Yep.
throw.
So the good thing for these teams here, Paul, is they can use anybody they want. They don't have to play again until next Saturday.
Exactly. Burn him up.
Swung at a ball there, I think. 2-2. So it looks like a yellow moved to short. Burns came into pitch, and Grassett went to third. So all the players remain the same. The only 2 position changes, well, 3 position changes. Burn to pitch, yellow to short, and Grassett to third. Pitch in the dirt. And Smitty's worked the count full. And
I don't think he's worth the count full since he was 10.
Is a kid who doesn't walk very much.
No?
For kid with his
He's,
speed. Yeah, pizza for a walk here. Let's see. There's the pitch. Oh, he got jammed and fouled it straight back. May have swung a ball forward, John.
But you know what? Yeah, I don't know how far in that was. It jammed him.
Yeah.
He fought it off. It was close enough for him to swing.
So first order of business, Paul, we need a base runner. So let's see what happens here. And he hits a line drive to center field.
Lazy fly.
Center fielder drifting over and makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Good play out there by Hill.
Now batting number 1, Tyler Small.
So here comes Small. Small's 0 for 3 today, grounded to second twice and struck out. And you can probably see him take some pitches too. You know, Smitty took 6. That's probably the most pitches he's taken in a month.
All right.
In all his at-bats combined. There's a strike.
He's dealing. He wants it. That's all he's going to do. If he's going to miss, he'll miss. You know, it's a clearly ball, but Burns is going to throw you a strike.
Wow,
Ooh.
same place. Tell you what, I don't mess around with the curveball. I throw another fastball. And he does. Small was right on it. Hey, we got a dragonfly joining us up here in the booth.
Usually that's good luck, Mike.
Yep. I'm not going to touch. Oh, it just pooped.
Well,
Curveball, little roller. Burns is going to swallow it up, and we have 2 down.
2 down. 1-3.
So it's up to Connor. Need a base runner to tie the game. So Connor's just looking to get on here.
Now batting for the Grizzlies, number 5, Connor Hyzak.
Then you got Maddie on deck. I'll allow the Portsmouth game. Maybe Maddie could clear the top of the fence this time if Connor gets on. It's going to take something from Connor to extend the game here. Umpire just threw that ball out, not sure why. Jake's inspecting it. Looks like Inspector Clouseau over there. Here's the pitch. Curveball hits him. So there's the base runner that we need in front of Maddie. So Isaac reached first on a hit by pitch.
Now batting number 21, Matt Woodward.
So, Paul, wouldn't this be poetic justice here? I mean, Burns homered off Matt, for Matt to
Right.
homer off of Burns now to tie the game.
It would.
I mean, I think that's I think that would be necessary right here, right? To extend this game into extra innings. Though Tyler needs to be at work at 3:45. Not sure how that's going to work out.
It's okay with being late.
Pitch, fastball, ground ball, base hit. So the winning run is going to step to the plate in the form of Jacob Hunt. So Matty wastes no time, just like he did in his first at bat in singles. So there's Jake.
Now batting number 18, Jacob Hunt.
Jake's 0 for 3 today, but you know what? He can turn a bad day into a great day. Oh, no, the dragonfly just flew away. Come back here, buddy. Where'd you go? Right. You can turn a bad day into a great day with one swipe of the bat on senior day here at Larry Emerton Field. There's the pitch. Fastball, Jake. Oh.
Right on it.
You know what Jake was trying to do there, Paul?
Yep.
He was trying to send us home a couple minutes early.
He was right on it. Burns challenged him. Jake almost met it. Just missed on that one.
My heart's racing, Paul. I don't know about you.
I should have taken a scotchy walk.
And he fists him right to the first baseman, one hopper, and Souhegan's going to win the ball game. So Jake grounds out, hard ground ball to first base, unassisted, and that's going to do it. They put up a little bit of a fight there. Burns faces 5 batters, pitches 1 inning.
15 pitches for Burns. 1
hit, no walk, no strikeouts, no runs. 15 pitches thrown. We'll get to the line for Mitch in a minute. Final score: Souhegan 5, Goffstown 3. Mitchie let up just the 3 hits. 2 of them were doubles by Trespez. He walked 2, which is very uncharacteristic of Mitch.
Right.
Struck out 2. Let up just the 1 run. So Mitchell did his job in relief, as he always does.
As he always does.
Great relief pitcher
Absolutely.
this year. You know, this is a good game. You get 2 heavyweights here. Goffstown drops now to 12-5. Souhegan goes to 13-3. I'm not sure if they can grab the 1 spot. Portsmouth's 14-2. Wyndham's 13-3. So they tie with Wyndham, and I think they beat Wyndham. So they may end up in the 2.
Kiss to the 2.
So Goffstown's going to be the 4. So they'll have a bye. Both of these teams will play next Saturday in their first playoff games. You know, good baseball out here, Paul. You know, there was that 1 inning. Goffstown scores the 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, and then you look for that shutdown inning, and then Souhegan comes right back and scores 4 in the top of the 4th.
Oh, that inning
capped off by
us.
that 3-run bomb that Burns hit. I mean, that was an absolute
He absolutely destroyed that.
You know, great crowd here today, Paul. Saturday afternoon on Memorial Day weekend. You know, we want to again say thanks to our veterans, our men and women out there that allow us to do this on a Saturday.
On a Saturday.
You know, let's hope the boys can take this game, move on. They'll have a couple of days off until we get at it next week. Won't know who we're playing just yet until Wednesday's games are done. But, you know, look forward to seeing them on Saturday. John's going to move the camera back to give us a couple of last words here.
I'll tell you, offense disappointed a little bit. We did say mentally they defensively played better, then had those few hiccups. Came back to burn us. The hits, we just can't put them together. You know, Jake getting jammed up, swings at a pitch he probably didn't want to swing at. It happens, ends the game. But we let this one get away.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that 3-run inning, you know, we got ourselves in trouble before Burns hit that 3-run homer. You know, unfortunate mistakes, you know, all started with that catcher's interference. It's just an unfortunate play. It's part of baseball. Right. Jake's trying to be aggressive. He's trying to get up there, and it kind of unraveled from there. But the boys played well. A very well played game. I mean, Souhegan made a couple of uncharacteristic errors as well. We just couldn't capitalize.
No, we couldn't. A little disappointing, but it was still a very good ball game. They can take a lot of positives from this, and they get the bye, so now they have to wait and see who they play.
Right.
But they need to just tighten up a little bit better here, offensively and defensively.
And because they're in the 4 seed, they're going to play the highest of the remaining seeds, so they
Right.
might play the 5 or the 6.
Right.
Unless those teams happen to lose. So you're talking either Milford or Oyster River.
That's huge.
They're not going to be easy games. No games are easy, as we found out. And has
Against
some of these
Merrimack
teams
Valley.
have found out. I mean, Souhegan lost a couple of games. Hollis, Brookline, they lost to Lebanon. So you can't take anything for granted. And you just want to come out, have a good game. Next Saturday, a week from today, let's hope the weather's as nice.
We know
as it
we're
is
home.
now.
That's a huge advantage. We have a week to prepare for who we're playing for, and Coach Lawrence is going to get these guys working. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to take the weekend off, go spend some time with his family, and Tuesday he's right back at it. Mitchie again did very well, as expected. There's some positives to come from this.
Yeah, let's hope everybody has a good holiday weekend, a good safe holiday weekend. Again, thank you to veterans and all of our active military around the world. Paul, you too. You were a civil servant for 25 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And congratulations on Jacob today, senior day. For John Skokie, John, our PA announcer, his son, whose name I can't remember right now, Paul Hunt, I'm Mike Santoro saying we'll see you next Saturday.
Thank you, folks.